Okay. Should be good. Late, but that is better than never. Although it's still pretty bad. Ishay, Robbie Rins, thank you very much for the Twitch follows. Welcome to the doghouse, my friends. We are gonna have to get damn near straight into it. Yeah, that can... Okay. Yeah. That's fine. Hold on. Yeah, that's fine. Surely. Surely I can find this button again. No, it's fine. I just wanted to split my audio. Okay, no, we're fine. Where is it? Okay, we're good. Okay. Late Hound. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Kolos. Baron Von Boot. Thank you for the 11 months in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. My favorite never late streamer. Exactly. Thank you, Baron Von Boot. I'm glad you understand, unlike some people. Shrewfish? I should have put deck in this stream title. Hold on. Deck. We're doing deck roastings. We're not doing individual commander roastings. My day's going okay, Lumberjack Shaggy. We lost my wallet at a store while we were doing errands this morning, which caused us to like get all the way home, panic, go all the way back out there, find the wallet with the nice people at the front desk, come all the way back home. Okami Shiro, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home again. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. YS Games, Saturday, noon hold on. Hold on. Never mind, I'm not telling you when the competition's at. Die! See, I'm unbothered by daylight saving, so I was under the impression that you were instead 10 whole minutes early to stream. No, yeah, you know what? I am. You know what? I definitely am. Alright, we gotta hit the manual ad break. I'm pulling up the order for today. So today, we should have Jarthur, Muffin Man, Million Ants, Bonsai Buddy, and then a fifth person who did not complete the Google form. So I'm going to go try to hunt down who that is. Let's see. Jarthur, Muffin Man, Million Ants, Bonsai Buddy. Yeah, and then somebody who didn't complete it. So let's dig back through, see who that is. These are all custom card people. When were these bought? These were bought on like the 1st. Okay. Million Ants. There you are. We have Baron Von Boot. There you are. Oh, is that the missing person? Wait, I don't recognize that name. It's Baron Von Boot. Okay, there we go. All right, Baron Von Boot. So get me a link to your deck. Fucking pronto. Lil Lemon, that's cool as shit. If I could give you your stream streak back for doing something so dope, I would. That's awesome. Dastardly, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate those Bezos bucks very much. Innistrad, don't worry. If this is an off-stream deck review that you put in your deck for, give me more information rather than less. I believe you can resubmit the form if you think you've submitted it badly. But if it's not on stream, it means we can't have a live back and forth, which means the more you can tell me, the better. Aegis, thank you for the 200-bit cheer. Well, I suppose you can't both be prematurely streaming and prematurely balding, so late stream it is. God damn it. That's a good one. You should be proud of that one, Aegis. I hate you on a personal level, but you should be proud of that one. During the ad break, can we have the required 45 minutes of vamping about how to lift heavy stuff up, then put it back down? We might have to miss it that day. Yeah, shout out women. Shout out women listen, I love women so much. Every day is International Women's Day. That's just a small insight into how women my brain has become. Sorry, boss, I had the tab open. All right, Baron Von Boot, I'm going to copy your link and I'm going to get you in here. All right, that means we're still looking for Jarthur, Muffin Man, Million Ants, Bonsai Buddy. Ishay, that's not... Ishay, I respect the hustle. I will send you to the Antarctic. I will leave you there. That is not how you send a deck in. We are going to have a free roast happen during this stream. We're going to do the same... We're going to do the same Wheel of Names thing that we always do. So we have 5 people who have paid to be here, and joining them, there will be 1 person who has not paid to be here. Listen, I always respect somebody shooting their shot. I am gonna Dikembe Mutombo your shit, though. Swatting you down. What if everyone just kept emailing Mauled decks? Yo, what if, bro? What if? That doesn't happen. That's not what most of my inbox is on a daily basis. You have... It would be crazy if perhaps 80% of the messages I receive online are people, apropos of nothing, sending me a commander deck and going, I bet you can make content out of this. You're welcome, bro. Much love, big dog. I didn't get 3 of those this morning. That's so unhinged, LMAO. I mean, it's a little bit forward. It's a little bit too confident for my taste, but all of my content is making, or all of the content people see is me making fun of cards or making fun of decks, and so I can see why they would believe, like, oh man, this guy just, like, takes card, makes funny out of it, and then he gets money for views, so if anything, I'm helping him. I don't think that has a great respect for how commerce works, but I can see how it would be, like, internally consistent in your head if you didn't think about it too much. Because it's also... If I can get on my fucking high horse for a moment, is that cool, everybody? Can I be a little bit of a bitch for a moment? It doesn't matter what you say, I'm going to be a bitch for a moment. The other part of it is... I, for a while, was the only, and am still, one of the most wildly successful people to do that specific thing. And so as far as anybody else was concerned, the idea of being paid for that is entirely alien. Because nobody else's time spent doing that, like, nobody else was doing that so regularly that you might think they take suggestions from people, and the people that were doing it regularly were not having the level of success necessary to be paid for their time. And so the idea that you would need to pay me to do that is just like a what the fuck? Why would I do that? So it makes sense from that angle too. Like like there's just not enough. There was not an economy around that sort of thing. Like, I remember before I started doing the first deck roasts, I saw Nitpicking Nerds doing a stream where they were like, yeah, send us in your deck. We'll give you 5 cuts, 5 ads for $5. They were doing like a Wendy's biggie bag deal. And this was when Nitpicking Nerds was like tens and tens of thousands of subs bigger than me. And so I think the idea that this was a thing people do for money, and that amount of money was high enough that it would be ridiculous to think they do it for free, is a pretty new thing. And now there's a bunch of people, because now, like, Snail does it, Trinket Mage does it, Elk does it, Quips might do it. Like, now there's enough people And like Decked Out does it too. Because as soon as I had any success with it, everybody who would listen to me, I was like, yo, you got to do this shit. You got to do this shit. If people like how you talk and people like how you build decks, they will give you money to do this. Haste Choward. So the way this is going to work is we have 5 people who have previously paid via Ko-Fi commission to get their decks looked at today. We are going to give away a free deck review as part of that. So in between each of the paid reviews, I'm going to spin this wheel. And if it lands on right now, we're going to open up a little marble mini game, which is like a raffle generator. And then if you win that raffle, you send your deck in, we're going to make fun of it, and if you want us to make it better, I'll make it a little bit better too. But if you don't care about it being better, I'm just going to tell you why you're a bad person. Oh, Jarl, thank you for the 3 streams in a row. Welcome back to the dog park. Has anyone ever won 3 raffles? That seems impossible. I don't think we've had a lot of repeats. We've had at least one person win 2 in a row. I don't know how many people we've had win 2 in a row. It's not many. I don't think anybody's won 3. It's like the lottery, except you don't pay and it is entertaining. I am at 2, but not in a row. Okay. Noob question, where do we go to pay enter? Never feel bad about that, Austin. So, to enter the free one, you are in the right spot. To enter the free one, all you need to do is be in Twitch chat. You do not need to follow. You do not need to subscribe. You do not need to provide any personal info. You just have to be here, and when the thing happens, you will be prompted, and you can enter with a chat message. For paying, we have commissions that go live on Ko-Fi every Sunday. They went live a few minutes ago. You can also, if you have more money than you do patience and you want your deck roasted right now, you know the deck you have made is more important than all the other bullshit happening, you can pay $500 and I will stop whatever I am doing to roast your deck that moment. That started out as a joke. Enough people have done it. Not a joke anymore. Haste Choward, you are also good to watch on YouTube until the raffle is going, because you just need to, it is a chat command you need to put in. It will be very obvious when you need to do it. You can jump over when it's time to do that. $694.20 is to do it with Z. Z is not feeling good today, so that is not on the menu. Mauled, name a woman. Margaret Thatcher. I'm in a bad mood, so I named the woman I hate the most. What is this raffle? This is going to be for the free roast stream. We are not going to start pulling it until after the first deck is gone. I'm doing the manual ad break. All right, Jarthur, Muffin Man, Million Ants, or Bonsai Buddy. Give me proof of life. If I don't get it, we're going to start with Baron Von Boot, who is I believe, the missing link. Oh, my bad. Jarthur, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. I appreciate you joining the dog pile. Also, Contain Animosity, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. My wife keeps calling me a flamingo. I couldn't take it anymore, so I put my foot down. God, I need to get like a radio host. You know the little where it sounds like a duckbill is flipping off into space? I need to get one of those sound effects. Personal question from Thunder Tempest. If you had to design a legendary land, what would it do? Oh. We're letting lands do some pretty fucked up shit now. Like, Abandoned Air Temple gets to be fucking Cathar's Crusade now. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but they get to do quite a lot now. I'm not making a land that's reasonable. I'm making a land that lets me pay mana and tap it to make a token copy of a creature I control. I want that. That's what I want. More than anything in the fucking world. I want another fucking clone spell. Fuck you. Give it to me now. So it would be a blue land, obviously. Mirror pool? Maybe. Yeah, but without sacrificing it. Like, I want to do this over and over. I want to do this ever. Like, mirror pool, but if it was a chase rare in 2026. Power creep mirror pool. Crucible of Worlds loop. Death penalty. Thank you for the suggestions, Earthrow Shack. Cave Smasher, congratulations on going for your first walk in a couple years. I'm very glad to hear about your fitness journey. I'm very hopeful to hear about how it progresses. YouTube chat's holding the line. Hayes Choward, you will not have trouble finding the Twitch. I will put a Twitch link into YouTube chat so you can all pop over when it's time. You will have multiple minutes to just open Twitch and type the thing on. You're good. Iona, but on a land only named green. Sirach, that's a really, really good suggestion. I like where your head's at. I hate where your heart is at, but it's in hell with me, so that's fine. Unban my guy Gristlebrand. He did that shit, but it was funny. True! Do you eat eggs? And if so, what's your preferred way to have them prepared? Well, normally, so I'll cook an egg until it's just like barely off-white. So it's like beginning to brown, but like half a shade at most, like eggshell. And then that way I can affix fake hair follicles to it and glue them to my head to try to move my hairline down. The actual hairline is like up here when I take the egg layer off. So normally I'm either eating like 2 eggs or I'm eating 4 to 5. If I'm having 2, I like sunny side up, feta cheese on the bottom. This is how Z makes them, and they're fucking delicious. I can only eat 2 of those because after that, my body goes, whoa, man, it seems like you're eating a 3rd egg. Have you considered that tastes a lot like egg? And then I throw up. So if I'm eating more than 2 eggs because I want like the macros or something, I will have like 4 to 5 eggs scrambled with like shredded cheese mixed in. And then I dump sriracha all over that motherfucker. And that's how we do it. And that's how we go. And it's delicious, and I cover it in salt and pepper. And that's still the limit. If you try to feed me a 6th egg, I will riot. Lacy Dog, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Have you tried red pepper flakes on eggs? Yeah, it's good. I just like sriracha more right now. I usually go through phases about like what I'm using to spice up my food. Innistrad, either or, just be clear. The only like fuck up we've ever had, not even fuck up, the only miscommunication we've had with the off-stream deck reviews is when somebody sent in a primer, and they sent in a primer that was like this. I don't want to edit this one. That will fuck up a million things if I edit this one. They sent in a primer that was like, I want to draw a lot of cards because it makes me happy. I'm obviously redacting. This is like totally different from what they actually sent in. But that was their whole primer. And they had like a list of 2 cards they didn't want cut. And they said, I want to draw a lot of cards because it makes me happy. And then the deck itself seemed like pretty clunky and confused. And so I suggested a million things. And their feedback was like, oh, a lot of the stuff you bring up is stuff I brought up in the primer as stuff that I wanted to keep, stuff that I wanted to play around. You like missed talking about a synergy that I liked that I talked about in the primer, and I was like, what the fuck? And I checked the Google form again, and the primer was I want to draw a lot of cards because it makes me happy. And then the primer on Moxfield was like a 15 paragraph in-depth breakdown of every single thing they liked about the deck and every single thing they wanted help with on the deck. And I ended up redoing it in writing. Like I wrote out a new review for them because I was like, obviously this is not the thing. This is not the thing that, like, what I gave you is not what you wanted. But I never read your primer because you had a primer in the Google sheet that never referenced any of this and did not reference, because some people will just say, like, here is what's totally acceptable to do. You can type, it's in the Moxfield primer. I will go look. Just tell me. Do not mix and match. Do not have important and necessary information in the Moxfield primer and then different important information in the Google form primer and not tell me about the other thing, because I'm only reading one, I promise you. Just to keep the workflow clear in my head, I tick off the boxes of, like, I set up the camera, I open up the deck, I read the primer, wherever it is, and then I do the deck. And so to keep everything really simple in my head, I don't have two different boxes in my mind for, did I check the Google Sheet primer? Did I check the Moxfield primer? But you're totally good to tell me, hey, primer's here. And if it's long, fine, whatever. It's an off-stream deck review. Like, I just don't... We have the word limit for stream because nobody is as interesting a writer as they think they are. Not even me. Definitely not me. Holy fuck. So we can't read the really long primers on stream unless I think... I will sometimes make exceptions if I think, there is a joke I can make that will summarize this primer, then I'll do it. But other than that, we don't do it for stream, but I will do it off stream, no problem. Chase, phenomenal recommendation for eggs. Dump out the gross stuff inside and eat the shell dry. I would pay $1 to see that. Who else would? I think I would pay it like once. I wouldn't, not on a repetitive basis, surely not, but at least one time. Dubious Phil, thank you for the 12 months at tier 1. Welcome back to the dog home. Have you tried strapasada? Dog, I need you to look. I need you to do a color match right now. What else? Anywhere on this screen. Anywhere on this screen. What color matches this the best? Have I tried strapasada? I barely know sriracha. I'm not going to front. I don't have elite ball knowledge. I don't even know what a basketball is filled with. Springs? You got me fucked up. I'm doing my goddamn best. Z brought home some chilies the other day to cook with. Told me open them up. I was like, why? I don't know. They were like, blend them. I was like, how? Mortar and pestle? What are we on? Okay, it's serious business. I'm in rehab. I'm in rehab, but I'm a white man. Salt and pepper, that's the choice for me. I want to be better. I'm fighting every day to be better, but I'm not yet. Anyway, that shit sounded good, though. What was it? Strapasada? Boss, are you, are you okay? Oh. It's tomato grated into egg with garlic, feta, and served on a hearty piece of toast. That sounds crazy good. That sounds amazing. should be part of the 12 steps, brother. You got to apologize to everybody you wronged. You got to give yourself over to a higher power, and then you got to try some good fucking food for once in your life. This feels like Portland Dracula flow. I wrote a Dracula flow for League once. It wasn't good enough, so I haven't performed it. But I want everybody to know the Maultown Dracula flow rap career it's never not approaching you. It's like how you always have a small but non-zero chance of being killed by a duck. You always have a very small but non-zero chance of seeing the Maultown Dracula flow video hit your timeline. Please, please don't. You're fluorescently white. That can be part of the bit. That can be part of the bit. And listen, I have my head on straight. There's a reason none of this has ever been recorded or published. I know it's bad. I'm not one of those foolhardy white man streamers who's like, yeah, I could be a rapper now. I know good and goddamn well I can't be a rapper. I know good and goddamn well. Turns out this shit is something to us, man. Silly mauled basketballs are filled with the goopy stuff from inside eggs that nobody eats. Gotta use them somewhere. That's a horrible mental image. That's a truly... I don't know why, but that feels like gentrification. I can't put my mind on it, or my finger on it, but like if I were to imagine one of those like dystopian WASP communities, like from Get Out, and they got to exist for like 200 years, I feel like their basketballs would have egg whites in them. Like I can't explain why, but I know I'm right. Big Boo, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Welcome back to the dog home. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. Part of me needs to see the mauled flow video, and another part of me wants to destroy that part. That's a reasonable take. Danny, I'm having a really good day. Yeah, Stream with Beeps was great. They're phenomenal to work with. Jarthur Shack, thank you for the 20-bit cheer. Yo, did you miss my Smasher Pass? Absolutely not. We're doing it right now, exactly when I plan to. City of Ass. I'm spreading those cheeks. What's up? I held back a tasteful, yet very rude joke about something crashing into a tower somewhere that might have gotten me demonetized. I just want you all to... My jaw hurts a little bit. Not screaming it from the top of my lungs. But I'm getting up in there. Smash. Pedgman, yes, we are caught up on 1,000-Year Blood War. You can rap, Mauled. You have a grasp of language only the greatest lyricists have. Plus, if Mr. 305 can, you can. I'll tell you, here's the actual thing that is going to... the hurdle between you all and Mauled Dracula Flow is fixing my jaw problems. I don't think I have perfect radio host voice at the best of times. I think it's gotten better over time generally, but the last 6 months in specific, it takes a lot of effort to talk good. Like when I am saying these sentences, I would say it's like an 8 out of 10 effort to not slur the words, to not lisp, to be able to get them out clearly, and it's still like there's still errors. I don't even like there's still if you listen back to tape, you can hear me struggling with S's, you can hear me hitting P's too hard, and that is with like I don't have to do a job. I do this. All I think about is how I talk. And boy, am I good at it. And if I try to talk at speed, Like, I think especially if you look back over my streaming career, if you examine the first 6 months and then the middle and then now, when I started streaming, I talked way faster. And then I got streamer brain, and then my jaw started hurting, and I got really slow. And now I'm putting effort towards being able to talk fast again. But if I try to speak in the cadence that is necessary to rap, it falls apart really quickly. So when I can fix that and it sounds good, like rap is percussion in a way. Like, you have to have good lyrics, but the reason mumble rapping works is because ultimately it's music, which is just sound that you resonate with. And so I need to make my voice sound good enough that you're not like just yeah, like if I try to do, because it would be comedic. It's not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm becoming a drill rapper. But Dracula Flow is just lines at a time, not quickfire. Correct, but if you don't think that old man's voice, like if you don't think the timbre of that old dude's fucking vocal fry matters for Dracula Flow, we talk about different shit. It does. So it doesn't mean that I have to sound like, I don't need to sound like Future to do mauled Dracula Flow, but I need to have enough command over my voice that I can do interesting things with it, to like pick a voice for Dracula Flow. Hate to do it, but talk well. Banned. Sentenced to 10 years of woodshop. Okay. Yeah, Harry Mack, I'll tell you guys. So one thing I've been doing that's actually really effective for you all if you want to learn how to speak better, I have been, even outside of the content I'm producing, forcing myself to talk for a minute on camera about a random topic every day, and then I review it at the end of day. The step I have not taken that I know will make me better at this, that I know will make my life better, even if I never try to do a Dracula Flow thing, is trying to freestyle for a minute every day. Because Harry Mack's on my feed. I know that, gentleman. I'm afraid. I'm afraid in my fucking ballsack, dude. Because what I'm terrified of the first day I do this and think it was good. Because I know I'm going to show it to Z. And I know that's going to test Z's love for me. I know that our relationship will never be in more dire straits than the first time I do a practice freestyle as part of speech therapy. And I'm like, oh, I actually hit this shit. And then I show it to them. And they have to look at me and like, it's going to be a rough night. That that white boy confidence activates. Exactly. The moment I gain any level of Timothy Chalamet-esque confidence, Z is gonna have to smack me very hard, and I will deserve it. And I will deserve it. Helios, thank you for the random smasher pass. A hard pass. Specific fitness knowledge. I think this is the last one we'll do before we get into Jarthur's deck review. Hey, Maul, 270-pound male here. Hold on, I'm going to start the replay buffer in case... Sorry. Voidless Void. In case your transparency is clippable, I'm going to make sure that I'm recording. Just in case I can leverage your honesty in this moment of vulnerability for my own financial gain. Thank you very much. Anyway, Voidless Void. Hey Mauled, 270-pound male here. I'm finally getting the free time to get back into working on losing my gut. Unfortunately, there is no gym anywhere nearby where I live. What would you recommend I do to at least get my body in better shape with no formal gym around? You can do quite a lot. For your chest, you do not need more than push-ups. A lot of these like fucky ass, stupid ass bodybuilders will act like you do. Calisthenics will carry you for a very, very long time. Low weight kettlebells will carry you for a very, very long time. You can buy some, keep them at your house. If you cannot afford a single piece of gym equipment, push ups, lunges, body weight squats, planks, you're genuinely good. The only gap you will have is you won't have a way to develop your back muscles, and it can be very difficult to find. It can be difficult to find something that can hold your weight when you're a big guy, right? Like you and me, we can't grab a door frame. Like I got one of those at home pull-up bar systems, and it just fucking ruined my door frame because I was 260 when I got it, and it was just like crushing it was just crushing the fuck out of the door frame. Um so pull-ups would be the only gap, and even that you can kind of overcome if you get kettlebells or you just like fill a suitcase with stuff and then just row it, but you don't need a gym. You 100% don't. I go to the gym because it helps me clear my mind. Like I go to the gym because I don't have an office to go to, and going to the gym is my way of leaving the house to banish all of the nonsense thoughts and focus on the heavy circles before I go do my job for the day. So I would say push-ups, keep an eye on your shoulder health. Um, it's better to baby those than to overdo them. As a guy with a shoulder problem, like the moment you overdo them, you are going to be fighting against your shoulders for the rest of your life. So a really good thing that can help with those is scapula push-ups, which aren't even heavy, but it's just like with your arms out, going in and out, like and you have to push yourself, not just move. But you need to have healthy shoulder movement. My issue is I work out at the station gym and it's just me and 7 buddies being less than productive. I would get a pot going for some type of competition. That may introduce new problems because if you guys are too competitive, you might hurt yourselves. But I think the best way to manage an environment like that is you have to have a leaderboard and there has to be a prize for being at the top of the leaderboard. Because otherwise, yeah, you and your buddies will just shoot the shit all day. What's up, Cobalt? How you doing? I go to the gym because it makes guys look at me with lust. You gotta find what drives you. Something I learned after losing 60 pounds last year was losing weight was 75% diet control and 25% moving more. Yeah. One of the one of the biggest, most like helpful bricks of information I got hit in the head with when it came to managing my weight was I was looking at a guy's Instagram page who was like pretty good shape, not bodybuilder, not like super cut, but had like was like pretty fucking mm, you know what I mean. And somebody asked him, "Oh, how do you manage diet?" Because he did like seasonal contracting work, and they were like, "How do you manage your diet plan when your work period picks up and you can't have this nice precise schedule?" And he was like, "You always have time to not eat." And I was like, "Fuck." Like you might not have time to do the workout you plan to do that day. You might not have time to finish the workout you started because your wife called or your child's school called or your boss called. You always have time to not eat. That may fuck you up for different reasons. Like, we don't want anyone to be anorexic. We need you to, if you're operating heavy machinery, like, you need enough calories in your body to do the stuff you have to do for the day. But a lot of people tremendously overrate how many calories they need. Like, we have a great amount of like food abundance in our society, and so a lot of times we just eat to do stuff. We eat because it's fun, because it's awesome, because the stuff we eat is very cool. Yeah, but the brainworms call me to stuff 3 slices of untoasted plain bread right into my gob every time I enter my kitchen. Yeah, like that's your battle, dog. But you gotta fight it if you want to weigh less than you currently do. If you're happy with your weight, you're winning. Like if you exist at a weight you're comfortable with and you stuff 3 slices of untoasted bread into your mouth every time you enter your kitchen, you are winning at life. Hell yeah, go off. The Hawkmeister, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back to the dog home. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. For me, it's boredom. If I get too bored, my brain starts bringing up snacks. That sounds like you need to get more used to boredom. We talked about this on a World of Warcraft stream a few days ago, but like one of the most powerful mental tools a person can have, an adult can have, a child can have, whatever, is being okay with being bored. And doing whatever you can to try to develop that skill. It's not going to develop equally for everybody. That doesn't matter. There's no like hard benchmark of like, if you can't raw dog this much time, you're a failure. Nothing like that. It's just, however cool you are with meditating, try to get a little more cool with meditating. Just Venge, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. Yeah, drinking water helps. I surround myself with tasty drinks at all times. Like my sacrifice is I still drink calories. I know that's holding me back from losing weight, but I do it because I love it. Love of the game type shit. You will take this Mountain Dew out of my cold, dead hands, motherfucker. My cold, dead, slightly heavier than they needed to be hands. I never understood meditating. They say to quiet your mind, but the voices never stop. I know you are saying that partially in jest, but if we liken that to weightlifting, it would be like, I never understood people telling me to squat 200 pounds. I got under the bar and tried to pick it up, but it didn't move. Like, yeah, we tried to do something too difficult. Like, the way meditation was put to me that worked really, really well was it's not about stopping the voices. It is about stopping yourself from following along with what the voices are saying. So the visualization that works for me is I'm on a mountaintop and all these other thoughts are swirling around my head, but they're passing me by. And the point is not stopping the thoughts from happening. The point is to peaceably allow them to pass by rather than trying to like run around following all of them. Like I'm a dog in the woods chasing a squirrel. Like that's, and maybe one day I'll get to quieter. Yeah. But we're not trying to get rid of the voices. We're trying to get off the train. The voices are what understand me, though? Yeah, because the voices are you, motherfucker. Huh? I swear to God we'll get to the deck roasting at one point, but I'm not going to allow this transgression to pass. The voices in your head understand you because you made that motherfucker. You made that motherfucker. Like the subconscious voices understand you, and maybe they judge you too, because you made them independently. And you can make active conscious voices that also understand you. Yeah, and then sometimes the voices are just making shit up. Like sometimes you're just having thoughts because you're bored. Which happens. Right, the voices are evil though. Let them pass by. You're never I understand the voices being evil. I understand the voices being unproductive. I understand the voices being stupid and hurtful. The point is not to conquer them, subjugate them, stop them. All of those are feelings of tension. The point is to understand that they're coming from you and you can let them go. My dad claims the voice in his head is entirely separate to him and refuses to elaborate. Yeah, that boy's rage baiting you. That's schizophrenia. Two different directions. Two different directions we went on that one. Oh, Bonsai Buddy, you're here. Perfect. And then yeah, the other point is you can't judge the voices. Like everybody should strive to judge themselves as generously as they judge their commander decks. I think if all of you were as kind to whatever is happening inside your brain as you were to the abominations you show to me, we would all be much happier. We would all be more productive. We would be free of all this negative self-talk. If you were as nice to yourself as you were to that worthless fucking talisman of creativity you had in your deck, oh my god, the things you could do, the places you can go. Noda 1031, thank you for the Prime sub for the 11th month in a row. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. But Maul, I actually like my deck. You should actually like yourself! I'm gonna do fucking karate at you, bro. What do you... Yeah, that's the point! Or you should at minimum accept yourself. Like, we accept that your commander deck is actually a pretty good allegory for how you treat yourself, because almost all of us have a commander deck we know is not optimal. Like, when you look at yourself and you think about the things you're bad at, most people beat themselves down for it. When you look at your bracket 2 commander deck, you don't go, oh man, what a piece of shit this is. I hate how this can't win at a CEDH table. That's not what you made it for. So when you compare yourself to the goals that you want, or like the things that you can't do, ask yourself, did I make myself for that? Could I make myself for that? Because I know good and goddamn well if you looked at that bracket 2 deck, that bracket 3 deck, and you wanted to make it better, you would feel some level of confidence, yes, I could. I could study some tape, I could look at a podcast, I could look at recommendations, I could make this deck be that if I wanted it to be that. And then you look at yourself and you're like, I'm just bracket 2 forever and I hate it. If you're bracket 2, it's because you're just chilling right now, and that's okay because we can just chill. If you're bracket 4 because that's how you like your life, that's okay. But understand you are in control. You can acknowledge your shortcomings and not beat yourself up for them, and understand that you can change them over time. Loving yourself isn't instant. Sometimes it's just acknowledging you're running 29 lands. Exactly. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Like, you got to be real with yourself. You can't change something that you don't even have a grip on. Hermy Vexus, thank you for the 2 months in a row at tier 1. Welcome back to the dog home. Say, hypothetically, one has adopted MTG as their personality. What do? You gotta meditate, brother. You gotta meditate, dog. Like, if you, I think sometimes it's easy to start from a place of, or simpler, to start from a place of dislike to work out the things we do like. I've also struggled at times in my life with feeling like I did not really have my own personality, feeling like I didn't have things that I cared about, feeling like I didn't have things I could bring to the table. But I was able to work backwards from looking at things other people were doing, and any time I thought, oh, they're fucking up, they're doing it wrong, I forced myself to elaborate, why is it wrong? And somewhere along the road of why I think they're wrong is the version of what they did that I would rather do. And then I can find things I want to do from that. And then I can accept, well, what they did was right for what they wanted to do. Maybe they did just fuck it up. A lot of people do just fuck stuff up. That's okay too. But by working backwards from, here's the thing they did, here's the problem I think exists with it, here's what I would have done if I did that, you can begin to resonate with, what are the things I want to see in the world? And then you can develop your own personality from there. And then at like any point you can just drink 8 white monsters, and don't do that. I can't even recommend that as a joke. That's so bad for you. That's so bad for you. Even on today, which is blessedly a coffee day for me, never drink 8 white monsters. You will invoke a ninth. Whoever said professional yapper is crazy, is that not what we're doing here? Is that not what's going on? Is that not what's going 7 is the cutoff? Like 2 is the cutoff, bro. It is we are reaching medically dangerous when you exceed 400 milligrams of caffeine, which is about 3 white monsters. I would not recommend regularly having more than one or even one. Speaking of coffee, how does one get into drinking coffee when I hate coffee? I mean, you don't have to. Why do you want to get into drinking coffee? That's probably why. If you want to get into expanding your palate, you can try different drinks first that are like on the scale of more bitter, more earthy, and expand your palate that way. If you want coffee because you're trying to impress a girl, I would just find a local mom and pop coffee shop, force yourself to down an 8 ounce drip every day, thinking about how good it will feel when they say they love you back, and you just got to grind through that shit, and that probably won't give you any socio mental emotional health problems at all. But yeah, you don't need to acquire it. Thai tea helped my improvement of that bitter. Oh yeah, Thai iced tea is really, really good. If you are a sugar boy like me, chai tea also really good. I saw some article about how one of the chemicals in Monster hurts the heart besides the caffeine. Oh, interesting. I have not seen any of that. My instinct is to call that overblown, but it may not be. Yeah, the Panera Bread Kill You lemonade is pretty insane. Chai is just tea. Chai tea is just tea tea. Yeah, give me some tea tea, bro. I need a TT right in my mouth. You know what's up? Who you talking to? The heart is a muscle that should be trained to failure like all the rest. Please don't do that. I mean, that's the thing is like it's good to train the heart. Training your heart by giving it shitloads of caffeine is like saying I'm going to work out my muscles by having somebody hit my muscles with hammers. Like, oh, I got leg day today, and you walk behind an alleyway, and 2 Italian men come out with sledgehammers and just crack you in the fucking quads over and over. Yeah, people do that, and they're wrong to do that. That's just a massage, so true. Derpy plays YTZ. Hello, Mald. I'm unfortunately unable to make it to Saturday's stream, but I'm building a $40 Ayara Widow of the Realm deck. That's very cool, man. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear the competition has inspired you to deck build, even if you can't make it. And welcome back to the dog home. The old gamer, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. My friend had shin splints and seriously wanted me to keep hitting his shins with a wooden board to make microfractures to help them heal. Deadass serious. Yeah, that might work though. We can't know. Wait, so you're telling me those scenes in movies where some dude's trained by having other people beat them with sticks is fake? It's not fake, it just doesn't cause muscle growth. Or it doesn't cause like better muscle growth than working out. Like if you are a fighter and that is your sport, and you're getting trained by getting hit, you're probably training, how do I hold up my core stability under this assault of blows? How do I stay mentally focused under this assault of blows? How do I hold my shoulders up? Like, how do I build pain tolerance? Like, that's a totally different thing from building muscle by getting hit with hammers. How do I prepare for the dominatrix session tonight? You give me all your money so you can't overspend there. Hope that helps. PayPal is in the description. Okay. We vamped so long we have to ad break again. We're going to do a 1-minute ad break. I'm going to pee. Jarthur, you're going to be up. Gorbo smash. Thank you for the Prime sub, my friend. Welcome back. Welcome to the dog home for the first time. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. So we're doing Jarthur, and then in between each roast, we'll have the opportunity for a freebie. Hey, Mald, hope your day is going well. I wanted to ask you if you think Sin Spira's punishment is valid in bracket 3. Okay, you're worried about this being too weak, right? Right? We're worried about it being too weak. Yeah, this is fine. If you wanted it to be at the higher end of bracket 3, you would need to have a like deterministic combo, or you would need to be able to deterministically say, I'm gonna play Sin on like turn 4, and by when I play Sin on turn 4, it is going to pseudo reanimate something powerful enough to take over the game. You could maybe push it to turn 5 if you had some control elements there too, but if you're not doing that, then probably too weak, and keep changing stuff until you can get 7 mana and a good permanent in your graveyard to reanimate by turn 4 or 5. And then board wipe everybody 15 times. Poisoned Reasoning, thank you for the 75 streams in a row. Welcome back to the dog park. Helios had a random smasher pass. Wow. 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 I don't know if I've ever been less enthused in my life. No, the Rakusi will not be experienced. Helios, I might ban you for that Smasher pass. Sam, too many options. I'll talk about it later. Okay, no more ado. Jarthur has sent in a silly, spooky deck. That's an interesting primer. That's an interesting primer I just read. Jarthur has sent in a deck for the competition as a roast because they will not be here during the competition, but liked the idea so much they paid $75 to put it in front of me. I have never wanted to ban a person for paying me money more in my life. This is insidious levels of intelligence gathering. Oh, this should be illegal. I think man. But I love money. I think, you know what? I will accept it. I think that's very Chunin Exami. I think that is extremely Chunin Exami. To leverage my other deck review methods to force me to give away intel about what I like and don't like in a Stompy deck a week before the competition actually happens. You know what? Good job, Jarthur. Before we even get into whatever the fuck you actually did, you get props for that, for sure. Yeah, everybody get your fucking no. Now, see now, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, hold on. Last line is there for a reason. My idea of no ramp is almost guaranteed different from yours, so have fun judging me there. Perfect. Thank you for the 100-bit cheer, Jarthur. Now do I lie? What if I just lie? Jarthur, you dumb piece of shit. Why don't you have rampant growth in here? Obviously, that one's allowed. Like, I said no ramp, not no rampant growth. So, like, you should have, like, cultivate. You should have... See, I could do that for 40 minutes. Nothing would stop me. Nothing would stop me. Okay, so we have Doran besieged by time. He cares about asymmetrical meat gang. Buffs. Buster Sword. You got that one right. Let me look at tags. Hold on. Oh, no, we already... No tags. Okay. Foot Chopper. Make a ninja, has flying. We can sack it to draw cards for power. Give everything trample. Double everything. Kind of recursion. Whenever a non-token creature you control is put into a graveyard, you can search your library for a copy of it. Why would we be copying creature cards? No, 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 no. A million ways no. Jarthur, I put up... Every single time I have talked about this competition, I have said hundreds of dollars for you to show me your creativity with Rampless Stompy. And you come into my office and you say, what if a third of the deck was one card? This is the work of a high-functioning alcoholic. Fuck, that's so good with Doran, though. Oh my god. Because it's only... Oh my god. I didn't even read this shit, TBH. I don't read y'all's titles. I didn't read this. Angriest upvote of my fucking life. Yeah. He doesn't cost reduce anything that's actually in the deck. Fuck! I hate this. I hate this. And it's so. Oh, that's so Chunin Exami. This is the exact opposite of what I wanted. I wanted to see I wanted a tapestry of creative and interesting interactions that you were allowed to play because you didn't have to devote like 15 slots to ramp. And we just looked at one squeaky boy and went, yeah, what if he was a third of the deck? It is creative. The premise is creative. This is like 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, exactly what I wanted from an idea standpoint. 0 out of 10, actual execution. I hate it so much. I never want to see this deck in my life. Fuck you. I'm sending you to Siberia. I'm sending you there with a piss jug and a water bottle, and they're the same bottle. Does it work though? I just want to know if it works. All right. Oh, you know they have a fucking throwing stone. All right, rat 1. Rat 2. Maybe I would probably Ancestry because I don't need the command tower untapped. My boy D-Ran. So these are all 3/1s right now. So turn 4, I swing 2 6/3s. Five threes. Oh yeah, they're 3/1s, so they get 2 2s. Okay, 2 5/3s, 2 5/3s. All right. I'm not tweaking. I'm not tweaking. Turn 5. Presumably play that tapped. Kutzil. So that's tapped. Kutzil, if I need to nuke a blocker, I can. So I have a 5/10, a 5/3, a 5/3. Swords if I have to. Maybe 2 of these will hit. That's fucked. Oh my god, we got the Lorwyn Rat Tutor too. Holy shit. I don't even know what rat would make this deck go crazy. Like, do we have Realm Walker or something? Bonsai Buddy, thank you for the subbing for 6 months in advance. Welcome to the dog home. Oh, Danny, I'm so glad you liked that one. I should clip that. I have to go back and clip that. Yeah. We can just... Another rat colony hits the tower. We do that. Fucking... So now these are 4/1s. So now they get 3/3. So there's 7 4s. There's 7 4s. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. Oh. Oh, I despise you. You're like, oh. Where's him with his brother? This is you and me right now. If you have any fucking context for this show, we are Better Call Saul right now, and I'm your brother who wanted you to get a good, honest job in the mailroom, and you're fucking Bob Odenkirk slipping rats into my goddamn suit jacket. I'm so... He defecated through a sunroof! He cast the same creature 5 times in a singleton format! Judge! Raff! I wanted... Like, I know this is not the actual competition. I want to DQ this so bad. But I know in my heart that I'm the guy with the rule book going, but dogs can't play basketball as a rat but rats can't play basketball as a rat dunks on me overhand. Yeah, I have to let it through. I have to let it through, and it's so fucking. And it's stomping. Like. What the fuck is this land, by the way? What the fuck is this land, by the way? Why are we. Now you're just messing with me. I have to sack an untapped permanent? We're 3 colors, dog. You. Okay, whatever. Oh, tap. Okay, sorry. I can't fucking read. So sacrifice it. So we tap that. We have the green for unnatural growth. So we have 3 rat colonies that are 4/1s. Beginning of combat, they go to 8/2. They have a 6 power toughness difference. They go to 14/8s. I swing 3 14/8s on turn 7. I even missed the Ripples of Undeath trigger. Wow, and we have interaction. We have a tutor for other interaction if we need it. Like we fold hard to a board wipe, but if we fold hard to a board wipe, do we have options in this deck for like? Because you had recursion, kind of. Do you have recursion actually? Okay, dumbass. We have 5 mana, exile 1 rat from my graveyard, draw 28. Draw 20 fucking 8. And then anytime we lose a rat, we get the rat to hand, but we don't have like we don't have real recursion. We don't have some actual recursion. Am I missing it? That is adorable for your protection tag, by the way, you fucking liar. You. Oh, okay, here it is. I missed it. Okay. Blood Bond March. When a creature spell is played, each player returns all creatures with the same name as that spell from his or her graveyard to play. What? That's the tasty shit. That's the tasty shit right there. We putting fuck the Stompy players. We putting the rat players on with this one. Doran Besieged by Time is the new best rat colony commander. I'm fucking calling it. This is so sick. Echoing Return, Grave to Hand, sure. Raise the Past, perfect. Smile at Death, sure. Get 2 back. That is. LOL, Mauled is an angry chef going to another restaurant and getting angry the food is so good. I am currently Gordon Ramsay being raked over the coals at my shitty pad thai. Okay, so we're mana fixed for a creature spell. So I go turn 1, nothing. Or I would have played this tapped turn 1, who cares? That. I'll hit a land. That. I'll hit a land. That. I hit a land! Let's fucking go. Ripples. Because I gotta find a land. Next turn. 1, 2, 3. Oh my fucking lord. There's all my lands. Play a land. Karumanics. I get a rat. Alright, so this one was slow as shit because God hates us and we kept a 2-land hand. But when we play Doran, we're getting +4/+0, so they're all 6/1s right now. 5 toughness difference. I swing 4 11/6s. I swing 4 11/6s on turn 8. That's the bar we set. Is I said we would playtest out till turn 8, and this was a pretty rough one. And we're trotting out 44 damage. Holy fuck, Jarthur. On 4 missed land drops. Jarthur, yeah, I didn't want to take a turn off playing a rat colony. I did have the bushwhack. I could have pivoted to searching for a basic land earlier, but I thought Harmonics was so good, and I thought having more rats available was so good that I figured when we got the land drop and when Doran came down, having more rats out was better. Dude, I love this. I am so angry. I am so. This can't. Whatever. This is a mana fixed land. Who cares? All right. For no reason, we reduce max hand size by 1. In case any of you thought that you were gonna have a good time against this Doran deck, discard a card, fuck ass. Yeah, Dark Boar, I get my first rat colony. Now I want to go tap land, second rat colony, get Doran. These are 3 1s. No, they're 4 1s because it's for every other rat. Swing a 7-4 and a 7-4, turn 4. Rat, who cares about rats? We have removal, recursion. I can. Okay, go to combat. 7-4s, sack 1. Oh, fuck these fools. And I'm gonna play Bridgeworks. Oh, no. Can I pay for... I can't pay for Malakir Mire. That sucks. And then at any point, we can just Echoing Return. Damn. I don't have shit to say, bro. Shake my hand. That's amazing. Yeah. Deadly Cover-Up turns your butthole inside out. That's... Yeah, I'm the critic at the end of Ratatouille, Haste Showered. I am eating the fucking tomatoes and cucumber, and I am having a loving memory of my childhood. This is beautiful. This is a complete piece of shit evil deck. I think there might be like a little bit of non-rat cookery we can do. 30 rats is still a lot of rats. Like we are, listen, we are still going like a rat deck is a rat deck is a rat deck. I really like some of these little garnishes. I love the Tom and Jerry shit right now. Like this core, the reason I hate it is because this core here is like the EDH rec, the standard, the usual suspects. But man, that is a great fucking way to use Doran. No removal? We had removal every hand. We have very little removal. The playtest lied to us a little bit. We have very little removal, but we're seeing these every single game. Yeah, there's a very small amount, and then there's just a lot of combat pressure to try to make you, hey, you have to block a fucking 7-power creature instantly. Okay. The reward I will give you, it's 35 lands total. 35 lands total. The reward I will give you for your efforts, Jarthur, is for competition purposes, I would let Doran through without being rammed. I would not DQ you because he could not hit himself. This shit is pretty undeniable. I do think there is great potential for something else to... Big Apple's crazy. Holy shit. I wish I had an applause. I wish I had a round of applause button. It is very possible that you could get beaten out by somebody who had more involved execution. For sure. This idea is crazy good. It does play the literally like word for word the same cards the first 5 turns of like every single game it plays. And so I do think you could get outcooked in a deck that was a little bit more funky in terms of how it got there. But the board presence you put down, the exploitation of your commander's text box, and the little bits of synergy you have picked. Round of applause. Round of applause. This is, without a doubt, the freshest rat deck I have seen in my life. So hats off to you for that. Hats off to you for that. It is still a rat deck. Go to hell and die. Thank you very much for submitting. We're going to go to the manual ad break, and then it's going to be time for Muffin Man. Let me... Delta Blitz, thank you for the Twitch follow. I want to think if there's anything... What could we sauce up? Oh yeah, we're going to wheel too. We're going to wheel too. What else exists that we could sauce up instead of just 8 million more rats? How you get a deck review? 3 ways, Roka. We're going to be raffling off a free one at some point today. So if you just watch, that will help. You can buy a commission on Ko-Fi. I think they're sold out for the week. Let me go look. No, they went up late, and so it has been... So there is 1 slot available for Wednesday and 2 slots available for the coming Sunday. Nantuko Shrine is insane. I don't think it makes the deck stompier. It makes it more of like a go wide thing. Madam Null's kind of crazy. We do pay our whole life total really quickly with this, but it is a little bit crazy. Could we, hold on. What was her name? It's the bitch who does the Discover. Amalia Pioneer deck. There's a card, back when Amalia was legal, there's a card in Amalia that I think works. Not return to the ranks. There was like a... I swear to God, there were decks that were running an effect that was like return to the ranks that only lasted for like a turn, but you got everything. No. Rally the Clan, thank you. And then I spelled it wrong. Did I mean Rally the Can? No, I did not. It is Rally the Ancestors. Oh, but it doesn't give haste, so it doesn't work here. It worked in Amalia because Amalia, you just needed them back to be combo pieces, but they don't get to swing. Ugh, that's too bad. Almost so good. Oh, Crescendo of War. Crescendo of War would be so good. Crescendo of War would be so good in that deck. It would just... It would stack it even harder. Jarthur, thank you for the 250-bit cheer. You did so good, man. That's such an awesome deck. Let me look at. Oh yeah, what did we take out of considering? Reasonable. Exception. I think I think you were right to take these out. I think I would have tweaked on everything but Walls of Bossing Say. That's pretty fucking funny. Good of you to take out the reducers. Yeah, I will say everything you put into considering saved you. 100%. And then, yeah, Ascend from Avernus is good generally. But I think Crescendo of War is the thing that could have gone in to make this, like, mega, giga beautiful Stompy. But I'm actually going to save this list because I want to subject one of my friends to this. That is actually fucked. Absolutely fucked up. Check history for Soul Ring. Oh, this is the duplicated version. Crescendo applies after Doran. I don't think it does, because this should be a static effect. So when it goes to check, because Doran's effect will trigger, and Doran's effect triggers and checks their difference between power and toughness. But when it's checking, the extra power from Crescendo of War is already on them. So it does work. Yeah, it works the way we want. It works crazy style. What turn does this turn on? I'm guessing 4 or 5. Yeah. I mean, when it hits land drops, it goes turn 4. I have 2. What was it? It goes like rat colony, so there are 3 ones. So you get 2 creatures with 5 power swinging on turn 4. You could build up for, like, on turn 4 you could double spell 2 more rat colonies if you had them. Then on turn 5 you would get a bunch of 6/1s. You could have 44 power swinging on turn 5 if you delayed Doran for a turn. I think another thing that's maybe, if you wanted to go, it would divert even harder from the theme that we're grasping at right here. But another thing you could do is you could have ramp 1-drops so that you could go like turn 1 ramp, turn 2 1 rat colony, turn 3 2 rat colonies, turn 4 Doran, swing like 18. Oh, we thought Doran was beginning of combat. That makes sense. Yeah. All right, let's check if we're doing the free roast right now. Not right now. Too fucking bad. If you were to build this with ramp, what sort of ramp are you looking at? You don't want to congest your 2-mana ramp slots, do you? I would only play things like Birds of Paradise. I would not take a single thing that was 2-mana ramp. I would only take 1-mana ramp things, and I would probably only take the 1-mana ramp things that, like, would be able to help color fix Doran. So Birds of Paradise, Delighted Halfling, Gilded Goose. This one I'm less on because we want repeatable ramp if we can. I might even take Exploration. That would make mulliganing harder, but the good ones are Avacyn's Pilgrim, Elves of Deep Shadow, Utopia Sprawl. Yeah. I would not be doing the monuments. I would not be doing the cost reducers. I would just be doing, how do I get Doran on turn 3? Or how do I get 4 mana on turn 3? But again, this is the no ramp version. Like if we were trying to make this, how do I make the door and rat deck that's allowed to have ramp? That's what we would put in. But this is the version where we're not allowed to play any ramp or you die. And it's fucking glorious. Fucking glorious. No jet medallion. I feel like that's the only cost reducer I would do. I don't feel a need to do it. Because nah, I mean you could. I'm just biased. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, I'm full of shit. I wouldn't do it because I don't like that motherfucker. Word. But you would be well within your rights to do so. Okay. Next, we are going on to Muffin Man's deck, which is scary. I want to whip this out when my friends are playing Slivers and Krenko and Nekusar. The best kind of removal is player removal. Knife in their chest, turn 3. Probably going to change the commander to List Hexed. I still want input. So List Hexed is where like Azorius, if I double spell, I get double strike. Okay. Azorius, double spell, double strike. Right now we have Shu Yun, the Silent Tempest. So we have a bald man with prowess. Oh, that's a lot of... Whoa! Whoa! You doing this shit to Krenko, bro? Ah! That's $4,000! Krenko didn't deserve this! Doing a SWAT team bust on the guy selling individual cigarettes outside the 7-Eleven. What the fuck, man? The printers are great, I swear. I mean, money aside, dude. Money aside. Who else? Slivers. Oh my god. You know what Slivers deserve? 1 board wipe. What are we talking about? Oh no, I made this happen. One thing I've found was that it felt really bad to get out from under my own symmetrical stacks effect because of a rule of law functionality just turns out my prowess game plan. So I moved a lot of cards around to make this deck less stacks Voltron, more spellsling Voltron with a side of control, 4th or 5th iteration. As is the problem with most Voltron decks, most games end with me king making. I'll have 2 equally scary opponents and I can insta-kill one of them, then the other wins the next turn. I just want to bump up consistency and see how much you're going to vine boom me because I assume it'd be a lot. Okay. I want it to be scary, and it feels like it's just barely passing the bar for spooky. Wallahi, brother, I will pray for you. I love that you, because you said you did this because of what we said on the podcast, which to my memory is we went like, hey man, if you're having a problem with a friend, what you do is you sit them down and you have an honest heart to heart and tell them what's bothering you, ask if there's anything bothering them, see what you can do as homies to come together. Or shoot them with a 50 cal Barrett sniper rifle, you know, as a joke. And you win. Great. I'll invite my friend over for an honest conversation in which we have a heart-to-heart about what's going on so that I can set them up to be shot in the dick with a 50 cal Barrett sniper rifle, not as a joke! Okay. So we're gonna do. My brain hurts. This is too many game changers for me to witness in such a short time period. No, Okay, brother. So what's going to happen next is I'm going to ban you. I'm filming the next Good Time Boys podcast this Friday. We'll talk about basic card evaluation. We'll get you back in here after that episode comes out, and then we'll figure something out from there. Okay. So let's, from a premise standpoint, what you're going to have to do if you want to be a dirty cop. Holy shit. You want to be a corrupt cop from a movie because you want to be a table cop and you want to be the vigilante Punisher who's shooting the people you're supposed to arrest. Okay. I can work with that. What you should do, rather than try to do everything everywhere all the time, you have a known playgroup that you are playing with. So let's go to the Google Doc. I can't believe I'm helping you do this, but I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna fix you. Okay. So our stated goal is kill these crazy motherfuckers. We gotta stop them. We have Krenko, we have Slivers, we have Nekusar. And they all have to die. The difficulty, it sounds like you're running into, is we get one of them, maybe we get two of them, whoever lives kills us. Now, notably, the important thing is different for each player, right? What's happening for the Nekusar player is they are probably assembling like Nekusar plus Pinger plus Wheel. And then you die. Slivers need like 4 to 5 different bugs. Then you die. Krenko needs Krenko. And then you die. Realistically, he'll need like Perforos, he'll need an untapper. Like Nekusar and Krenko might have infinites or deterministic win conditions, whereas Slivers are going to be more beatdown. So what I would recommend you do, rather than have the goal of kill these crazy motherfuckers, your actual goal should be pick the person who I have the hardest time stopping, kill Jared. It's going to be tough to do politically. I'm not recommending this as a good strategy for making friends, but the way you should do this tactically is you should pick the person you have the fewest tools to stop in the late game, and you should kill them first every game. Maybe pick the two, right? Like if Krenko, Jared, and Jonathan Nekusar you have the hardest time with, get them first every game. Yeah, they're going Azorius instead of Jeskai. They're going to Lishext. And then the stuff in the deck only has to interact with Tony. So if you want the stuff in the deck to be single target removal and stuff like that, kill the Sliver player who is going wide first every game. And then you can use your single target removal and your stacks to hold down the Nekusar player. Versus if you think the Nekusar player is going to be the easiest to deal with if you get to stack them out, then fill your deck with like Spirit of the Labyrinth. Be like, I'm gonna play stacks for you. I am not going to have any interaction for Slivers or for Krenko. I am just going to have gas, and take them out as quickly as possible, and then try to beat Tony in the long game. You have to give up on stopping all 3 of them for long enough to win, and you have to go, my deck is built to stop one category of thing, and also go fast. And I'm going to go fast on the motherfucker whose thing I can't stop. And then I'm going to stop the other thing. So if we go to your specific cards, fuck you die, death penalty, banished to Siberia. I mean, so many trauma responses. This is not even, like, execution-wise, this isn't even a Voltron deck. This is a control deck. Like, you are showing me a Tivit deck, brother. Like, you are showing me a deck that wants to do nothing on their turn and pass with a million open mana. And you can do that. You can't do that as a Voltron player. As a Voltron player, you're like tapping out the first 5 turns of the game just to try to murder people. Like, you can't. No. That is the opposite of what you showed up for. So if you want to do Jeskai control, Azorius control, and you want it to be a trauma response, you could do Grand Arbiter. If you want to be an Azorius, you could do Kaikar. Kaikar loves to draw go, hold open mana, fuck with people, get critical massive spirits, win the game on the spot. Bird can be your word. But if we want to do Voltron kill you, and we want to put a knife in their chest turn 3, then this is like, especially with a 3-mana commander, you are going, so let's go to just Voltron. You want to have like protection 1-drops, ramp on 2, play on 3 with protection, turn 4, try and end somebody. That is a very, very specific run out, and it has like very little of the veto counterspell. Brute Force is pretty cute. Doesn't have arcane denial. Doesn't have mana drain. Probably doesn't have like reality shift or, yeah, like we're, that's rude as hell, bro. That's rude as fuck. Because let's see how long it takes to get like something going. We go land nothing. Land nothing. We've already made a mistake. Land Shuyun. See, also a mistake. Singo Muse, thank you for the tier 1 sub for the 7th month in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. Alright, so it's turn 4. We have Shuyun. I'll pretend this is Liss Hexed, actually. Because Liss Hexed is better. And so you'll get a free color. So we'll brainstorm. What's Liss Hexed's base? They're a 2/2 base. So she's a 3/3 now. Draw 3. Put these lands back. Unblockable draw card. So 4/4 double strike. I could Dovin's Veto removal to make her a 5/5, or I could path something to make her a 5/5. So I deal 10 commander damage on turn 4. And then I can maybe get Shadow Spear out for the next turn. So I go Shadow Spear, where I could have Remora'd too, and maybe that'll get me some extra cards. So I Shadow Spear to play it. I don't have artifact count for Chrome Mox, but I could by doing that. Jeska's Will, exile top 3, float a bunch of red. I have Prowess is up to 3/3 right now. They have 7 red. Spend 4. Get her to a 4/4 with double strike. She deals double damage. Can't be blocked unless by walls. So I can get a kill on somebody turn 5. Jeska's Will's gone now. I do think that's a little bit slower than, what if they have a wall? We concede. I do think that's a little bit slower than we need to go. And it's a little bit slower than we need to go because we stopped off for Esper Sentinel. We stopped off for removal that doesn't draw us cards. Whereas, like, in my mind, if we need to beat down the Krenko player, if they block with Krenko, I'm chill. If they have played a combo enabler goblin and they block with the combo enabler goblin, I'm chill. Chill as, bro. Delta Blitz, thank you for the Prime sub at tier 1. Welcome back to the dog home. Like, what you need to imagine is you are not a cop, you are a horror movie villain. You are Michael Myers walking ominously at these people. Raw, we can speculate on different commander changes at a different time. What we got to do is we got to get the mindset right. We got to get the mindset right now. Because the other thing Liz Hext is going to want you to do is to play, like, a bajillion things that replace themselves. Like, Liz Hext is like, oh, hell yeah, play Impulse, big goat. 1 mana, check top 4, get a card, keep going. But I don't actually think removal is as necessary, or removal should be tailored to the deck that you're not going to target first. Because the deck that you're going to target first, your commander is the removal. You can go like Rift of Shadow, any of these unblockable things that also cantrip you, because cantripping is going to be really important to keeping the wheel going. But we can get those, like, ooh, hold on, what's that? Ooh, we can get that haste magic. Ooh, that 1 mana haste magic. Like, we can get a lot of stuff. Oh, shut the fuck up. Yes, it can, Nick. Who cares? I don't know. Replace this with, like, blue and white cards. But we get to upgrade from, like, most of these Spellslinger decks have to work with 1 mana cantrippy things. You get to work with 2 mana cantrippy things. You get to work with, like, hold on. Mana value 2, Commander, Azorius. I don't know if Combat Trick is a tag. We're gonna hope. It is! Whoopsie fucking doodle, dude. Oh, we get to, like, shelter. We get protection from a color. So handles interaction, handles blockers. Feather of Flight. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, take up the shield, lifelink. Oh my lord, totem armor. Oh, there's so many good options. So I think you are correct that Liz Hext is what you should swap to. But in terms of how we go from spooky all the way to scary, is you have a playgroup you're targeting, target these motherfuckers. Like, whoever you think you can out top deck, leave them for last, build the deck to control them, and then use all of your gas in the first, like, 5 turns to send the Krenko player to hell. Because right now we're trying to be everywhere all of the time for everybody, and it's never going to work, right? We're going to get Narset down in time to stop the Nekusar player, but then we're not going to draw Drannith Magistrate to stop the Krenko player, and because we've either, like, spread damage around, or we haven't been able to kill anybody quickly enough because we're drawing control pieces rather than drawing gas, versus, like, you have a 15 to 20 card package that adequately controls 1 deck, and then you have a 15 to 20 card gas package that helps you murder the deck you have the hardest time controlling, and then you have fun stuff. Bendissimo. And by bendissimo, I mean you bend those motherfuckers into a pretzel. And then I think you gassed up. Oh yeah, true. If you do want to get the cops called, more of these, more of these, especially with the cost reduction you get from List Hext. The Krenko's there, dog. It's not scary bracket 4. You got to read between the lines, Starry. There's subtext here. We got a slivers deck we're dealing with. Okay? We can have a little bit of fun stuff. Oh yeah, amphibian downpour. So this would actually be how I would be doing creature removal. Is I would be turning their shit into 1/1s. I would make lists fly, and then I would just straight kill them. And I would have like 10-ish stacked pieces that stop whoever I have the hardest time with. It's probably combo slivers if we're being reasonable, and so it's probably like now, if you want specific recs on how to make somebody non-token, god damn it, never mind, doesn't do anything to Krenko. So yeah, what you're doing right now is you have hate in your heart, and that's good, and you got to nurture that, and you got to make sure you feel it. But you're trying to deal with these people by just like emptying a clip into them. We got to breathe. We got to learn where they live, where their family lives, what time they go to bed every night. We got to learn what elementary school they went to. Do they still have a good relationship with any of those teachers? Do they still care about any of their authority figures from childhood? And then we send little bits of finger, right? Tape to a swords to plowshare, and then we're there. We're there. It's beautiful. It's nice. You could do Pithing Needle. That would be very evil. It depends on how well you know the decks. Sheltered by Ghosts is not in this deck because it is not yet updated to List Hexed. Pithing Needle name Krenko. Pithing Needle name Krenko. Have a terrible day, Rob. I never liked you in the first place. Dude, Krenko hates being a bug. Krenko hates being a bug. He hates being catheters. And then, when we have this shit out, like your enlightened tutors get way more powerful. Oh, Lord. Disruptor Flute? Evil. Oh, yeah, backbreaking. So, if you want to stacks out Krenko, I'm going to tell you, put this card in the deck. Every time you cast it, go, I hope you don't mind if I didgeridoo. And then you put it down, name Krenko, run. Run. They will be chasing you. You are going to need that Hollywood horror film killer cardio. We're going to need, like, doesn't have to be great. You can have, like, a 5-5 40-yard dash, but you need to have a 40-yard dash for sure to pull this off. Have the escape driver ready. Oh yeah, depending on the sliver, what the sliver deck's playing, that'll work too. So here's the bad news, Muffin Man. I know you said I like having a lot of counter spells. Both the plan you have laid out and the commanders you have laid out for me are antithetical to holding up counterspell magic. You are okay to have protection magic, but if you want to do a prowess based, I'm going to beat you to death, You need to be able to dump all your mana into the kill shot when you want to. We cannot be spending the game like, oh, well, I could have dealt 10 damage, but I dealt 5 damage instead because I wanted to be able to hold up Dovin's veto for their turn. And the gift I will give you is counterspells were a trauma response. It seems earned. Whatever they did, I think they deserve it. That is a different bracket 4 deck, and that is just Kaikar. Dollars to donuts. You build a Kaikar combo deck, you get to do all of this shit, and then you just have a win combo on the end of it, and you just torture people all day. So if you want the blonde baddie, you got to go to therapy. You got to put the counterspells down. If you want to keep being the devil, embrace Bird. Where to go? So I think right now we're just a little too. I like this. I like this. You a hater. You a hater. I can get behind that. But you're hating too broadly. You're making this deck right here. It's you making a bunch of yo mama jokes, not knowing nearly enough about their mothers to be soul crushing. You got to get closer with their families. You got to learn what, if any, genetic conditions their mother has. You got to know what conversations has this woman had with their child in the last 12 months that they both broke down crying about. And then you got to leverage that and name Krenko with Pithing Needle. You need to become their mother's therapist. That's a very good idea. So you're off to a good start. Take all this to heart. Thank you very much for submitting. We're going to go to the manual ad break. We are going to spin the wheel again. And if it's not time for the free one, it's going to be Million Ants if they are here. Million Ants is here. Great. I'm going to go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Dude, that wheel keeps blue balling us. We'll see. Looking like a big knot right now. All right, Million Ants, you are up next. Close all these extra windows. We don't need the stompiest deck of them all. We don't need that. Okay, Million Ants has sent in a spooky deck. My love letter to my favorite colors. We're casting big, dumb, fun spells that absolutely ruin my mana curve. Is it, Heimer? It turns out bad spells get a lot better with a flying haste creature stapled onto them. So this is Rutha. This is the new Strixhaven Is It commander, who says at the beginning of combat, if we cast an instant or sorcery, make an XX blue and red elemental creature token with flying and haste, X being the greatest mana value among instants and sorceries you have spent this turn. Okay. Government funding. Almost certainly not enough. Hold on. Let's check the curve. Disaster. Yeah. Abomination. Or you... Yeah? We're walking into the Gucci store with a $5 off coupon for Kroger? And we think that shit's gonna handle it? All right. We're gonna... It could be... This could be a low number. Think Tank has a little backup. You got 9 motherfuckers. Sir, that's a monkey on a hot woman. Sir, you are trying to fund the CERN Super Collider. And you went, how about a monkey and some boobs? That worked for Aladdin. That's not going to work for me. What does Bond do? Oh, great. We can foretell. Yeah. Hey. Sorry. My fault. My fault. That's my bad. I didn't realize we could go a turn slower to foretell all these motherfuckers. That's certainly going to get it done. Okay. Okay. I can begin a responsible savings plan. This section is 100% just people I wanted to put in a deck. So we're doing Is It, Heimer? Are you under the impression that the Manhattan Project was just guys? Are you under the impression that whatever general put that shit together was like, we gotta beat the Russians to the nuke, right? What are we gonna do? I have my friend James. He's out of work. I've been trying to get him a job wherever, but the grocery stores aren't hiring. Can we get him in on this? Washington, who do you have? Do you have anybody from your League of Legends 5 stack who's currently unemployed? That's government nepotism. We gotta make a nuke! Okay. Okay. You're already hurting my brain, so we got to have a little talk about how ramp works. Because we have some cost reduction in here. We have some cheatery. It is unfortunately combined with a complete disrespect for arithmetic. Like, the thing we got to understand about ramp is we have to know what mana value we are racing to. You picked both a high one and you refused to pick. If you just had 10 2-mana ramp pieces, that's actually perfect if your deck comes together at 4 to 5 mana. If we could do all of the fun stuff at 4 to 5 mana and there was a little bit of extra stuff we wanted to do above, Stormcatch Mentor is your guy. You want to get to like 8, maybe 7. Some fun stuff starts to happen at 5, but we want 7 or 8. That means you need to run a chop shop. You need to get certified in elevator maintenance, brother. It's the only way you are affording this shit. Like, Stormcatch Mentor is hot dog shit in the deck you have designed. So now you're saying math was involved in the Manhattan Project. Yes, a little bit. A little bit. Drakara, the raffle's going to be here. So, I hate that I'm saying this. Only reasonable pick I've seen. Only reasonable. Sorry, you've got two. Only two reasonable fucking cards I've seen you pick in this absolute throw together. Like, this is just the Is It Suicide Squad as a deck. Nothing makes sense. Oh good, we have mana drain to maybe pay for one of our impossibly expensive spells. This guy is holding it all together. This guy is your actual Oppenheimer. Okay, big fun bombs. We want to keep all of these. That they did make 17 nuclear devices for the Manhattan Project. I like most of these. I like all but one of these. I like all but two of these. Yeah, I like all but two of these. That's almost that's so close to cooking. That's like an A minus. A plus even, 15 out of 17. No, that's a B plus. Fuck. We just gotta pay for it. Call my girl Sloppenheimer the way I get this bomb head, so you're gonna be banned. But thank you very much for that contribution, Helios. I appreciate that, I do. And then Idiot, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. I appreciate those Jeffrey dollars. All right. So I love this commander. I love this archetype of Is It Big Mana. Let's talk about what has gone wrong. Because the number one thing that has gone wrong is we can't fucking count. Which means our ramp has to be way greedier. Anytime you are trying to count to an amount of mana that is more than 5, you no longer want to be doing as many of these I spend 1 card to get 1 mana. You need to be going I spend 1 card to get 2 or more mana. So you can play big dumb shitheads like the Eternity Elevator, you can play things like Thrawn Dynamo, you can play things like Worn Power Stone, you can try to do big treasure generation, but end of the day, we cannot be going like, oh my lord, I'm a cute 2 mana little guy and I make things cost 1 mana less. It's 8 fucking mana you gotta pay. And so Mana Guys is very cute. Oh, we barely have any ramp, yeah. Whoo boy. Cause what the let's go to plan. What's our plan? That's a good plan. That's held up the American economy for decades, and I don't see any end in sight. So if we want to waste money, we need money to waste. If we ramp on turn 2, because that's your plan right now, what does that let us do? Ramping on turn 2 lets us have 4 mana turn 3. We can use that. We can use that for our commander. We can't use it for very much else because our 4 mana slot, no. What's clogging up 3? Is it other goons? A number of our other goons. So that's another problem we have, is we're ramping on turn 2 to have either play our commander or have extra money on turn 3, and we can't use that extra money. So there's a little bit of an efficiency leak there. And then if we play Ruth on turn 3, we're going to go to turn 4 before anything happens. We're going to have 5 mana on turn 4. Life can kind of begin. We start to have some hits. But stuff's not great. Maybe we'll probably make a 3/3 with flying. What I would almost rather do is, instead of going ramp, Rutha, hang out a bit, which is what we're currently doing, I would like to go ramp, Rutha and or Haymaker. Haymaker every turn until the end of time. That's nice and simple to me. It requires us to take very few turns off to set anything up. But to make that happen, we need more spells that are 4 mana or less, or, you know, thereabouts. I get a shitload of money. So ramp greater than or equal to, oh no, I actually need less than or equal to 4. Commander, is it? I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb and I can't type words. O-tag, ramp. Mana value less than or equal to 4. Commander, is it? Haste, Architect is fine if you win the ball race. Okay, so we have Thrawn Dynamo. We have sort of the Animist even, which we could put on a flying thing. We have Everflowing Chalice, which could fit in very, very easily. We have the Windfalls that you've already put in. We have Hedron Archive. We have Worn Power Stone. We have Relic of Legends that can tap our commander because we're not going to be swinging our commander. We have Palladium Mirror. We have Descent into Avernus if we're a fucking crazy person. And we're going to begin running out of good options after that. At which point, we can then do, and this is something that I did to what I felt like was great effect in a Grixis deck that Whitebread submitted for a review, is we go, ah, fuck, well, I don't really have enough of these to guarantee I always have one. Gotta start flashing people. Only way. Hit him with that cheese, brother. You can begin copying your other mana rocks, or if you only draw one good mana rock, you can then copy that good mana rock. Like you can go Thrawn Dynamo into copy Thrawn Dynamo. Congratulations, you can now cast everything in your deck forever. The other thing I think we are missing on is right now we have mostly disconnected big funny spells from things that find the big funny spells. And with Is It, Greed is good. Like Season of Weaving's a great one. Inspired Tinkering's a great one. If you have Alorian Revealed, right? And you're just trying to get my blood pressure up, and that's why I don't see it right now. You know of this card. You know the Hobbits speak game, right? We've seen it. It's in your considering. Because it fucking better be, I swear to God. So I'd have more things like this. I did have it in at one point. I would put it back in. I don't love expressive iteration in this deck. I love Dig Through Time. Oh my, I don't even love Brainstorm. I'm only kind of okay with Big Score. I don't think you want to be looking at star charts, brother. I don't love Seize the Spoils. Stock Up's okay. Treasure Cruise is amazing. Unexpected Windfall's great. But I think you can do just so much more shit that is more expensive and gets you more. Like, there's even like a common. There's a budget card that does this. It's the Oracle Convoke, mana value 5, color blue. It's from Lorwyn. Oh, wait, black. Color U. Sorry, my fucking fault. Unexpected Assistance. Do we have that? No, we have Windfall, but not this. You can convoke your commander. You can. The treasures have been super helpful in playtesting, so I went heavy into big score type stuff. I do think treasures are going to be very helpful to you. I think you will find them less necessary when your actual ramp doesn't suck gigabuns. That's just me personally. I think that is a lot like you're telling me we're trying to get you on a new diet plan, and you're going like, Oh man, I really like smoothies though. I feel like smoothies are basically the big way forward, so I'm really in on smoothies. And I'm like, well, what about eating bread? And you're like, bread? I only eat gravel when I'm eating solid food. And I just go crunch, 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 crunch. So it's got to be smoothies. Why would you want me to eat gravel, Malltown? I'm like, mm. What if we had? What if we had something that worked though? That's what I want to be on. I want to be on one thing that works. So what stuff works? I think Magnus does. Lutri doesn't. This guy kind of does. Kind of does. Doesn't. Doesn't. Does. Super does. Great. Does not. Holy God does not. Holy God is this bad in this deck. Think of all the minerals in gravel. Um, like I think what's leading you to play brainstorm, expressive iteration, stock up right now is you're getting opening hands that like just can't fucking bridge the gap where we go land, efficient spell, uncastable horseshit. And we want to get to uncastable horseshit. But to get to this level, you need a goddamn elevator. Get fucking punned on, by the way. Get fucking punned on, by the way, you stupid son of a bitch. And it's not that your deck has to be all these, but I think we need more of these to fill the gap. Because if you even just had, like, Worn Power Stone, I think we would be happy to land drop into Worn Power Stone and hope for the best. Like, if, I don't know who the fuck you think you're countering. You're tapping out every turn, sir. God damn, bro. So we go land drop, land drop, land drop, Worn Power Stone. Land drop, commander. Seething Song, I have 8 mana. Aminatu's Augury. You want her out on turn 3, surely? I don't think necessarily. I think you either want her out on turn 3 or you want the biggest fucking spell imaginable on turn 5. Like, I think the world we want... Million Ants, you can push back on this if this is antithetical to what you believe. But I think the goal we want is by combat on turn 5, I want to cast an idiot spell, and I want to have a big dumb idiot to go along with it. So I think that means to me, we can cast her on turn 4 if it means that we have ramped to do something really dumb on turn 5. What we can't do is wait until like turn 6, turn 7, whatever, and what we don't want is turn 4, do something whatever. Fuck that, man. It's probably a stronger deck that curves out more reasonably. Everything below bracket 4 is not about strong. It's about feeling something sexual. Or, you know, doesn't have to be sexual. But it's about feeling something nice. And so with Rutha, what we want to feel, turn 5, big dumb idiot spell go. Every single game. Every single game. So we get Aminatu's Augury. What does this even do? I check top 8. Do I get to cast these? Oh, we get to cast each of these. Oh my god. So this is my sorcery. This is my instant. Never mind. This is my sorcery. Oh, I'm in love. Oh, I'm in love. Yeah. Mnemonic Deluge. The Aminatu's Augury. I don't even know if it works like that. I don't know if Aminatu's Augury is in grave to cast by the time we get there, Um, but I see the dream now, and literally the only thing standing in between you and your dream is a $9 rhinestone from Claire's. That's it. You got to put a bullet in the brain of this otter right now. 1 mana off your instants and sorceries is not making that dream happen. The dog shit tap rock is. Focus up, brother. The deluge would work? Yeah, perfect. Even this one, like, we're down on land, so we don't keep it. We have Ashling, which I think is like in the mana rocks that I think work. So we go turn 2, Ashling. Turn 3, paying the blue to flip her. I get 2 mana. I think I windfall. Discard. Treasure. I get the mana. So on turn 4, Rutha is at Signet. Turn 5, I have treasures. I have 2 mana from Ashling. I can dance with Calamity. Hell fucking yeah. So we're almost there. And the things that get you all the way there is we have to have something that makes more than 1 mana per card. And then you're yeah. Dance with Calamity is quite possibly the worst possible card we could have picked with a curve like that, but you got to let people dream. They could hit 8 and 13. They could hit 8 and 5. Let's see. Let's gamble. You cast Dance with Calamity right now. 3, 5, 12. Lisan al-Gaib. Do it again. We cast Dance with Calamity right now. 4, 7, 9. I swear to God, he's going to be why you fuck up. 13. Okay, maybe you... Lisan al-Gaib. Alright, you cast Dance with Calamity again. 3. Except it doesn't matter. 6. 8. 10. What the fuck, bro? I'm trying to root for you. Why is the big dumb Oppenheimer tap out deck running Arcane Denial? Get out of my fucking office, bro. Get out of my office. Fix your ramp. Childish. I sentence you to potential man prison. You've almost got it. Stop summoning the fucking bunnies. Go tame Maharaga. Have a terrible day. We're gonna hit the manual ad break. We're gonna spin the wheel, and then we're getting right back to it. This is good. This is really funny when it works. Starry-eyed, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. I now occasionally laugh at the haunting background music because of the talk with Beeps about how it's a loop of maybe more than a minute. Consequently, I am laughing at your stream in the complete absence of a joke and looking like the absolute nutcases that Beeps thinks we are. We like the music, right? Do we not enjoy? Do we not enjoy the dulcet tones of the 80-second elevator music? Okay, good. Thank you. I am gonna have Beeps. I'm gonna have Beeps teach me how to split my audio so that we can do like Spotify music in the future. Shadow Crushers, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. It does sound to an outsider like torture. It's supposed to be ignorable. OCYC. That's why I play it really, really softly. It's meant to be if you are watching this stream to go to sleep to, you never have pure silence. So if you're somebody who needs white noise to fall asleep to, when I'm like not yelling, oh, there's like a little tune. Ooh. It's a tiny bit louder than it needs to be. Thank you. I will push it down a sec. I swear to God, I missed something else. Papa Requiem, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Shadow Crushers, it depends, brother. If it's a deck, you're going to have to win a raffle to get that in. Let's see if you win. Sam, it should be the safe one. I have it on, I believe background music 1 is the one that makes you nauseous, and when we're on background music 2 today. All right, not right now. So we're down to 50-50. I'm going to use the bathroom again because I've been hydrating a ton today. And then we're going to go to Bonsai Buddy. Are you ready to go? And then after that, it'll be Baron von Boot. Boss, I still wish for us goons to have a playlist off where we suggest non-copyrighted songs to be added to a playlist, and if our suggestions are utter dog shit, we get sent to the Shadow Realm. We could have a day for that. Hey Mald, how fast should an aggro deck be in your opinion for bracket 3 and 2? 3 and 2 are a really big difference. In bracket 2, I'm not even sure an aggro deck can exist. How is it supposed to? You, like, shouldn't be killing anybody before turn 8, even if you ask for permission, because you're allowed to, like, ask the table, hey, is this alright? If you are going sooner than turn 6, they're probably going to be like, oh, you're just up a bracket. So bracket 2, I just don't think you get to exist as aggro. For bracket 3, I think Wizards is saying you can't kill anybody before turn 6. I think you need to be killing one person on turn 6, bare minimum. Bare minimum, if not softening them up before that. And then Ash Tonley 13, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. I appreciate that generosity. Are you saying that combo is the only way to play anything above bracket 3? That sounds a lot different than the words that came out of my mouth. No. You can definitely play combat damage in bracket 3. You can play Spellslinger, which does not deterministically combo. I'm just saying you need to be able to get the kills quickly enough to matter. Pretty sure the bracket document doesn't say anything about killing by turn 6 or 8, just that the expectation is the game will get to that turn count. They specifically say that nobody will win or lose the game by this turn. That covers killing by that turn. So you can definitely do non-combo in bracket 3 and above. It just means you have to threaten a lot of damage very quickly. But you don't have to do it with a combo. What are the qualifications that have to be met to get a deck reviewed? Win a raffle, buy a commission, pay me $500 right now. Anyway, Bonsai Buddy. Okay, this is a spooky deck. Help nerds build Rube Goldberg machines from junk in their workshop while throwing hammers to hold off dinos using fun artifacts, wizards, and artificers. That's moderately concerning that you said spooky, and then even Moxfield was like, yeah, this guy's a fucking criminal. Okay, I would never take your big stompy lady from you. Okay, here it is. Extra turn combo, combo game winning, combo land hate, combo ping damage. You are a bastard. You are a bastard. All right, removal. Removal. I left some Legos on the ground. I left some fucking Legos on the ground. Unwind. We got a little bit of an energy mismatch going. Just check Sidri. I know what Sidri fucking does. I know for what, 3 additional mana you can make these a death-touching creature? Uh-huh. You're very cute. You're very cute. You've left some fucking Legos on the ground. You've left some goddamn Legos on the ground. I don't know what she does. For I believe like Azorius, she can animate an artifact, and then for like black, she can give it Death Touch and Lifelink. Something like that. What's she do? Oh no, blue animate it, black and white, Death Touch, Lifelink. So very nearly that. Okay. Bracket 4 is aspirational. Messy workshop of amoral nerds who want to tutor for Rube Goldberg infinites. We're trying to build infinites out of unnecessarily complex artifact interactions. You know the Among Us noise plays when you tell me that and I see Unwinding Clock, right? You know you tell me, check out these unnecessarily complicated artifact interactions, then you show me Time Sieve, and I just go fisheye lens, right? But I can kind of get it, because we're using really good stuff, and then some of the worst shit I have ever seen in my life. Wallahi, brother. Dude. What? Utility. What is the utility? Making them feel bad for you? What is the utility, brother? Don't worry, everybody. I can make it a 7/7. Oh, dude. That's cute, though. My God. And then you showing me Time Sieve. Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. God damn. Okay. I'm gonna be real. Onyx Goblet, I love. Soul Read, I think every problem you are having with this deck is coming from the fact that you have built a D&D campaign and not a commander deck. Like, from the way you have written the title, to the way you have written the primer, to the way you have picked your removal, it is all very, I want to run a D&D campaign. Because this is like heinous dog shit if you think of it as just strict removal. If you think of it as a D&D campaign, well, the evil wizard, who's also sexy, has left a pile of poisonous traps in her lair that you must disable and try to get past if you are going to reach the Enstussy, which is the MacGuffin. And doing that does not work in bracket 4 ever. So if you want to do that, you can do it. But we have to accept every failure as a, like, every time we get beaten to death and none of this comes together, we have to accept it as a success because that is what you built. Remember when we were doing mental health earlier in the stream and we were talking about, like, when you build a bracket 2 deck, the fact that it loses to a bracket 4 deck isn't a failure. You built it to be a bracket 2 deck. I don't think you've built this to be bracket 2, but you have built this to be kind of like a D&D encounter. You want to have a very, 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 not foreshadowed, people see it coming in advance, a very telegraphed win condition. You want it to be a big, funny build-up. You want it to be thematic. And I can see all the spots that the walls have begun to cave in because you're feeling the pressure of how do I do this quickly enough to beat the motherfuckers who are doing Krenko combo? And the answer is you can't. You have to lean into it being bad, right? Like, oh, come on. No. Right? I think this should have been the straw that broke the camel's back. The moment you were like, oh, well, it's bracket 4. It's okay if I tutor, and it's okay if it's not an artifact, but it's not okay if it's good. That's the point at which we maybe needed to accept our goal wasn't even to build bracket 4. It was to build a funny evening to have with our friends. So what I would recommend is if you want to do this bracket 4, you definitely can. I think you already know how to. And the answer is you play all the good tutors. Hands down, that's it. The other answer, like, what problems are we currently having? Better ways to get my combo pieces. Right now it's fetches and on-theme card draw. I avoided game changers. For bracket 4. Like, great for D&D deck. Great for D&D deck. I believe in the D&D deck. Horrible for bracket 4. Rhystic Study is thematic for this deck. I hate to admit that, but it is. Other ways to animate artifacts? No, not allowed. So it looks like we have, I get infinite mana. I then use that infinite mana to take infinite turns to draw my deck and do whatever, to kill everybody's lands, or to kill the whole world. That is very mega mindy. That's perfect for the D&D energy. It's not so great for the bracket 4 energy, I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry to tell you. Dog. You trying to sneak a fursona in here too? This is a load bearing abdominals right now. Load bearing abdominals. So it's very cute. We gotta just play the shit that makes us draw the good card if we want it to be bracket 4. Because your two options are, this is not even goals, this is outfix. Your two options in my mind are play weak bracket 4, which is you put every good tutor in, and then you still have these like less efficient combos, but you can at least get them quickly. Or you lean fully into the character work, you come up with a voice, you buy a wizard hat, potentially a beard, maybe some fake boobies, and you do Gandalf big naturals every time you play the deck, and you make it theater. Because it seems like what you want to do is theater. You want to play up the character work aspect of it. That's a really tough choice, honestly. Beautiful part, you can do both. There is nothing that prevents you from making one version of this deck that is all thematic all the time, and another version of this deck that is like, here are the combos I like. The theme of this deck is it lets me play the combo I like, you bitch. Just break the decks in half. I recommend that all of the time. It probably fixes like anybody who's having an issue with the direction they take their deck, make two. Because I think like you win, it's probably better than 5%. It's probably 5 to 10% win rate. You just like cackle wildly every time you play part of your combo, and you communicate to the group. Like, you don't even get to run Diabolic Tutor at that point. Like, at that point, every single card in the deck is just, I was able to justify this off of my like wizard or artificer theme. And then you really get to lean into, yeah, it's unsurprising the win rate's struggling right now because you're caught in the middle, and we're trying to play, like, we're trying to do weak bracket 4 with bracket 2 cards. And so you can get more Tezzerets, you can get more generic tutors, you can get, hey, you know who's great in a workshop? My boy Danny. Real hard worker, just wants an honest day's wage, and for none of you motherfuckers to cast anything from outside of your hands, die. And that's what you get to do in bracket 4. And you're still a weaker bracket 4 because your combos are many, many steps. And when people are like, why are you... What was it? Hold on. There's a meme I saw a week ago that fits this. Where the fuck is this? There's no way this is too niche. There was one, it was like a Tumblr post of Zoram Mamdani in his Carhartt jacket, and they were like, Zoram, you can't. Your swag is too strong. Your policies are too different. Your wife is too bad. They'll kill you, Zoram. That's you with your dumbass 5-card combo in bracket 4. You get to do whatever the fuck you want because it's bracket 4 and that's what you want to do. And you just have to give yourself the tools to do that. And then you bring a little speaker and you blast Freebird anytime you assemble this fucking convoluted infinite mana, infinite turns engine. And then you're there. Put black people Twitter Reddit into that search and it'll work. Hold on, I did Reddit. Can't find it. Damn. Okay. Well, that was the meme. Like, let me see. And then the other thing you're gonna have to do is your removal, whichever bracket. Stop searching images, LOL. Never, King Cow. You can't stop me from searching images, King Cow. My swag is too different. I think in too many images. I imagine too many apples in my head. I rotate too many bovines mentally. Anyway. Whether you do bracket 4 or bracket 3, you're going to have a better time if more of your removal is a board wipe. Only having one board wipe in the deck is going to sink you every time because in Commander right now, threats are way better than answers. That's kind of always been true generally, but threats continue to outpace answers more and more and more and more and more and more and more. So if you have a slow plan, now more than ever, you have to be packing board wipes because everybody's playing some shit that has to die every fucking turn. You just can't let them get away with it. Damn, I should have stopped searching images. Yeah, it's this one. Your policies are too tough. Your swag is too different. Your wife is too bad. They'll kill you, Zora Mamdani. Have suggestions for the wipes? I sure fucking do. Boy, howdy. Okay, so Sidri, 2 power. Battle of Bywater, check that out. Kills all the Stompy decks, doesn't kill you. Dusk and Dawn, power 3 or greater. Kills all the Stompy decks, doesn't kill you. Other shit we can do. We want Sweeper. Power Matters, OTAG, Sweeper, Commander, Esper. Oh my lord, you can do it on an artifact. Oh my lord. Expel the Interlopers. You get to pick. I am about to save Caltrops. I'm about to save Caltrops. Let's say you have Caltrops out and you don't have your commander. Let's say they get rid of your commander because they know you can give Caltrops Death Touch. And now you go, surprise, there was still shit on those Legos. You now have Sepsis. Also a board wipe. Or if 2 other people, like this card is just so much better than people are giving it credit for right now. Because 2 other people go to combat, unrelated incident. You give everybody typhoid fever. It's so good. What are you doing, Sepsis? Thank you so much, my MLP. Thank you so much. How often do people bounce their commanders to get triggers? I don't know about bouncing. I mean, I'm thinking more of like, oh, I'm gonna kill Sidri on your turn so that on my turn I can hit you. That's what I mean. Not necessarily like you should get rid of Sidri for this, but more of people might deal with Sidri to get around the Caltrops problem rather than get rid of Caltrops. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's less than Slaughter the Strong. Also very, very mana efficient. Unstable Glyph Bridge, another artifact that will allow you to spare Sidri. And then will turn into a flying stacks piece. Oh! So yeah, those are a bunch of great board wipes you can use that won't fuck you over and will fuck over everybody who's bullying you. And then I think you're home. After, like, it's just, we gotta split them. We just have to split the 2 decks, and then I think you have 2 very healthy decks for very different reasons, and one of them you've just proxied every, like, tutor piece of fast mana, like every fucking Esper game changer known to man, and you've kept the, like, the most critical combos you enjoy, and then the other is, like, D&D deck, and also I blow up your asshole sometimes, as women who look like this do. Shout out International Women's Day. And we good. We good. I'm putting you under a little confused. I think that's 2 decks in a trench coat. Because I like both ideas that are contained within these decks. It's just we've tried to execute them both at the same time. So Bonsai, thank you so much for sharing this with us. We're going to go to the manual ad break. We're going to spin the wheel. And then we're going to move on to Baron von Boot or the free roast, depending. There's a wheel? You're goddamn right there's a wheel. Oh, wait, I can just spin it now. The non-subs don't need to know. We are going right now to Marbles on Stream. So, YouTube viewers, it's now your time. This is where, if you want to participate in the free deck roast for the day, you are going to have to head over to twitch.tv/maldhound. You still have a few minutes. Like, don't tweak. So now type !play, and if you do, your marble will appear on this screen. After about 2 minutes, we're gonna race down this glorious shaft. Whoever gets to the end of my big long shaft first is gonna win the free deck review, and we're gonna look at your deck live, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna join. You have 2 minutes from now to type !play and get in line effectively. There's only 20 seconds of ads left. So there will be 90 seconds after the ad break is over where you can still join. Gintoki, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Spilbo Baggins, thank you for the 3 months in a row with Prime. Welcome back to the dog home. Boss, if I win this out of nowhere instead of my own deck, can I make you roast one of your own decks? No. No, I don't think so. Monkey Mustard, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. And Velkasin, thank you for the 3 months at tier 1. Welcome back to the dog home. All right, 1 minute remains. If you are not at Twitch TV/Maldhound, get there, type play. You'll be a marble. His own deck swag too different. Yeah, if you want me to do it, I'll do it. We're just going to open up the link. I'm going to scroll through, go, yeah, pretty good. We're going to close the link. Mald, if I win, can I bank it for use next stream? Yes. How do we know if it worked? Trust technology, which you shouldn't. But you entered yourself, Mald. Yeah, if I win, we're playing Eugenics. Or I'm going to open World of Warcraft for half an hour. Does it have to be a commander deck? No. Classic or retail? Classic MLP. Alright, we're now off. A bunch of people died instantly. It looks like it is Million Ants in the lead. So Million, maybe you're going twice in one day. Yeah, that was an absolutely brutal early cannon. I think like a third of the field got demolished. All right, Million Ants is a little tired. They're taking a break. It's SF2 Old Head, who's also tired. It's Nefert, who's dead. King Cow is now in the lead. Ooh, narrowly ducks a barrel. They've got a pretty healthy clip going. The real danger here is that. As long as, oh, yep. They have turned right around, but they're still so far. Oh no, the pack's passing them. It's Watson with a fucking PFP of the monkeys typing Shakespeare. And that's why you're dying, Watson. That's why you're losing right now. Big love to Pain Train. The Tropic Thunder PFP. Oh my god, the fucking PFPs. Cool person, thank you for the Twitch follow. I don't know what this PFP is, but it's Bojair up in the lead now. So, personal question from Skinny. Bracket 4 is a weird place to me. I know the high end is off meta bracket 5, but other than just number of game changers, how do you know if you're high bracket 3 or low to mid bracket 4? Oh my god, is MLP gonna win? Anyway, personal question. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if MLP can send it home. Oh, too fast! They go too fast and they die like a fool. Like a fool, like a greedy bitch. We have to go halfway back down the track to find our number 2, which is Kierkrier. And now Kierkrier is afraid. They've backed off from their destiny. It's Cobalt the Kobold, striving, running, lunging, potentially dipping, diving, and ducking. And now they're past. They're nothing. History will forget them. But history will not forget Bahamut, except they will, because Lord Xavier is passing them now. Wait, they're neck and neck and neck and neck and neck. It's all going to come down to the last mortar shot, and they're both... No, Xavier did it! Eat shit, Bahamut. I need to do a dinner. What do I eat? Can you make butter chicken? That'd be good. Okay, so personal question about the difference between high bracket 3 or low to mid bracket 4. What I would say the difference is average speed to win attempt. Like if you are on average attempting a win around turn 3 or 4, you're definitely bracket 4. If you on average need more time than that, or you couldn't defend a turn 3 or 4 win attempt, you're bracket 3. For sure. Okay, Xavier's in first. How many? Oh wow, I got 50th and I lived. Not as many people died as I thought. We had 102 people finish. The Life of Shade, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. Welcome back to the dog home. All right, Lord Xavier, you have officially been bequeathed a boon. You can claim your deck roast, hold it for next stream, ask a different favor. I am at your service. I will not show whole. Is defend a turn 3 or 4 win attempt just like quantity of counterspells? Counterspells, interaction, any type of instant speed card that would like remove a combo piece or even keep you alive, like Teferi's Protection. Camper David, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Wait, can I delay it to next stream? I'm gonna allow it today because we're running behind today. I started like an hour late and then we did a lot of fitness vamping. So schedule's tight today. So for today, yes, you can delay it to Wednesday. Can the winners pick someone else who placed to get a roast? Yeah, I'll allow that. General Jim Zapp, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. Then I will take that option. Beautiful. Thank you, Xavier. That makes my schedule easier as well. Oh, God. Oh, God. Why is it spicy? The ginger beer was gingering too hard. Garrett, thank you for the tier 1 sub for the 12th month in a row. Welcome back to the dog home for a full year. Thank you for being you. I was panicking trying to primer in tags. Yeah, you got time. You're good. Is it bad to make a deck that has little to no protection and removal good? It depends on why you have little to no protection and removal. Like Godo has relatively little protection and removal for a CEDH deck, and that's because they are head empty, brain only on, big man, put helmet on, headbutt you. Yummy yummy. So it can be bad. It's usually a sign that you're being irresponsible, and it's just a question of, is it worth it to be irresponsible? Failed Towel, thank you for the Prime sub. I'm sorry to hear that didn't work out for you, buddy, but welcome to the dog home. And Moose Train Pie, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. Eudexachroma, I'm drinking Cock and Bowl, who somehow does not sponsor me, despite me saying Cock and Bowl very reliably like that tens of times. Is there a possibility that control without removal is a future tournament prompt? It it is possible. I worry that it will have too many right answers. Like, I worry too many people will just go, well, I play stacks. Like, I think Stompy no ramp immediately had 5 or more right answers, and the fun part is going to be looking through all of them versus, oh, well, I need to do a control deck, but I don't have removal in it. They're just going to go like, oh, well, I tutored Drannith Magistrate. We'll see. We will talk about it. Like, if people ultimately, it's going to be what is fun for people to deck build for, and what do I think could make a deck that would be worth making a video about that people would want to play. Been pulling singles. I miss anything fun? Banned for the implication that every single second of this stream is not fun. Mega fucked up, dude. Mega fucked up. Think about that. All right, last but certainly not least, we got Baron Von Boot. Let me turn the background music back on. Let's get up in it. Incognito mode 2, Revenge of the Zip Bomb. So you now know I'm going to judge every single one of your face down creatures by how good they are as porn, right? You pass. You pass. That's my fault. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry that I doubted you. That is my problem. I have to go to the bathroom for an unrelated reason. I don't think it's a smash or pass deck. I think it's a big stompy deck. So we're manipulating the top of our deck. We're doing Yaris, and then if you kill my face down creature, I get to flip it. I get to flip it face up. Clip that? I clipped that. Okay? Trust me, gang. Anytime I think for a moment I might have done something funny, I've hit the clip button. Okay, 7-zip. So these are how we manifest. I immediately worry that you've lied to me. This does not feel like enough. Do we have other? Biggering. Sure. Is Curator Beastie double tagged? Okay, so no, we have more than just these 7. Yeah, Experimental Lab can also do it. Okay, okay. Okay, Kozilek, Tribute, the Ram, we got some lands, bullying, my VPN. Mandated bad bitch, great. Firewall breachers, so we're getting trample. File extraction, very cute. File explorer, very cute. Okay. Oh. I'm worried. I'm I'm so worried about this. I want to love the idea. Having so few ways to manifest dread and having almost no ways to repeatedly manifest dread, it feels a lot like you've told me like, I have a sick idea, bro. Listen to me. We are going to start the world's first real life chess boxing ring. Yes, like all of the D&D ideas that never came to fruition. It's going to be amazing. I've got sponsors lined up. I want you to meet the team. And then it's like 10 divorced 40-year-olds who have never played chess before and all have knee braces on, and I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work. No lands? Yeah. God has not blessed this one, brother. God has not blessed this deck one bit. The plan is to get Scroll of Destiny and do it each turn. Okay. So let's see if you're lying to me then. If the plan is Scroll of Destiny, how many ways do we have to get Scroll of Destiny? 1, 2. Oh, Scroll of Fate, you mean? 2. I would say that's not enough. I would say we want that to go way, 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 way up. Or as high as it can go with Yaris in the command zone. Ooh. 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 Okay. I don't know if we need to save you yet. Let's see if it can work. Great, we have 2 hits. We have Scroll Rack. Land, Scroll Rack. Oh, we control a mountain or a forest. Yaris. Well, I'm not about to... I really don't want a Valgavet's Onslaught for 2. But I might fucking have to. So I tribute... I'm gonna 1. I'm gonna move all of these off. Or everything except 1. Okay. Okay. So I don't even have the mana to do this, so I can't play Tribute. So Tribute has to go on top of the deck. So who do I want? I want Great Worm on top. So I'll go Great Worm, expose the culprit so I don't draw it. Expose the culprit, manifest dread. Oh, looky. Oh, looky here. Who would happen to be right there? And then I manifest dread again. I ordered this wrong. I certainly could have made a chroma be somewhere in that pile. Okay, so Scroll Rack can also save us. The two options are we have to Scroll of Destiny or Scroll Rack. But we're doing it quite slow, right? It's turn 6, we have a 4/4, we have 2 2/2s. We're like, man, we're struggling to be the water boy at bracket 2 tables with that. So we get to swing them with haste. Maybe we get to draw some cards. Yeah, scrolling in incognito mode's very, very funny. It's a very, very funny bit. The question is just how do we make it work better? So we can Scroll Rack 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then we hide in plain sight. We cloak these 2. Okay. So with Scroll Rack, I believe you. I believe you. 100% I believe you. Scroll of Fate or Scroll Rack, this is for sure going to work. How's it go with just Manifest Dread? Holy fuck, we get a 2/2. Holy fuck. Now we hang out. We have a 2/2. Now we hang out. We don't have red. Um, because we, for some reason, introduced a binding vow that made us play all basics. I play Yaris. I swing him. What's this guy flipping? 2 and 9/9? They let me draw a card. I am now cooked, I think. I mill all of my good cards to summon Titan, who I have just hard cast normal style. I can bold wear heavyweights to tutor for something that will allow me to cloak from hand, like Curator Beastie or something. Or no, but those just manifest dread. So it is rough living when we don't get those two. I play mainly basics due to all the price of progress effects my LGS wants to put in every deck. And so turn 6, no commander, that feels good for you though? We like that? Oh, it only does that for opponents. Holy shit. So they're just an 8/8. Okay. I have a suggestion. Because I love what this is doing when you can get when you can scroll in incognito mode. But the entire deck is based around scrolling in incognito mode. And holy shit if we don't scroll in incognito mode. So, I would vote that you swap your commander to Rocco. And then I would still have a mostly Gruul deck. And what Rocco will allow you to do is you will get access to more creature tutors and more artifact tutors that you can use to find these two things that make the deck work. And then if you're missing Yaris, Rocco can go tutor Yaris. And then we're good. And so you'd probably need to ramp more. Koust also works for Naya Facedown. Yeah, but then we don't get the good, like the thing we want to have. The dynamic we want to have is, do you let this creature punch you or do you block? Which Koust does not force. The problem I have with Yaris is he's a high functioning alcoholic. When he's good, he's good. But some days this motherfucker's just not showing up. Like if we don't have enough ways to guarantee we get to scroll in incognito mode, and if we're not doing that, our deck is straight chilling, bro. We are like the #1 hanger outer ever. Check me out. Look at that. I have a 4/4 on turn 4. Get fucked. Who can stop me? Nobody. We could play a 2/2. We can disguise this. We can disguise 2 cards. That's pretty good. But then we have 2/2s that it's just not like the meat. We're not missing top deck manipulation. We're missing ways to get to the top deck manipulation that is good enough to make it come together. Because when we find Scroll Rack or Scroll of Fate, this is one of the most beautiful decks ever created. When we don't have Scroll Rack or Scroll of Fate, we are losing draft games with this deck. To me, that is a level of variance that is unacceptable. Baron Von Boot, if you are okay with going back and forth on that level of variance, you have built the perfect deck. 0 notes. It is funny. The bit is coherent. When the bit works, you have a very, very imposing deck list. When the bit doesn't work, oh God, oh Jesus, somebody call an ambulance. Can we work with Scry at all? Maybe. The problem with Scry is that without the card draw of Scroll Rack, we didn't even have like Manifest Dread options in our hand often enough either. Like the reason I'm so heavy on Scroll of Fate is we have like 10 total ways to manifest dread in the entire deck. And so most games we're going to hit 1 or 0. Scroll Rack lets us hit way more because we can like selectively wheel, and the new hand will have, you know, when we draw 5 new cards, yeah, we find 1 more way to manifest dread, and then we get to manifest dread through the cards we set up on top of our library, and then we are less sad. But what could we do? What could we do to keep it Yaris? I think what we could do to keep it Yaris is you could do 3-3 Elk. Thank you very much for the raid. How is your day going, friend? She Elish on my Norn till I dubscape. That bad. Incredible. I think it's tutor-artifact. Well, what if I just spelled it wrong? There we go. Oh, hell yeah. We probably can't Inventor's Fair. We have Reckless Handling. I would have bet any amount of money we had more than that. So is the only thing we're missing from Gruul Goblin Engineer? That might be it. That might be it. And I think you need to get that motherfucker. Lexi, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. So you can do Goblin Engineer. You could also do... You could do green creature tutors to find Goblin Engineer, but then we also have to get an artifact on board to sack to Goblin Engineer, and we only have 6 in the deck. Yeah, so this is why I made the Naya suggestion. Oh, thank God we have Scroll Rack in our hand, so that hand works. We have Reckless Handling. God loves you. We die painfully. God loves you. We die painfully. We die painfully. We die painfully. God loves you. We die painfully. We die painfully. We die painfully. Yeah, so Cream works good. Yeah, but that hand also had 1 land in it. So we can't keep that land for different reasons. That was not simply does this land have the main engine we need? It is that a keepable hand? And I think for making the gimmick work, that was what? Generously about 50% of hands have the thing. And half the time we're on die painfully. That's a little bit tragic. Would Sensei's Top and Miri's Guile help? I think it helps, yeah. So I guess my question would be, Miri's Guile helps. Sensei's Top helps. Rocco solves every problem this deck has ever had and gives us a new color of funny big shit to work with, so why wouldn't we do that? Because we can still have Secret Commander Yaris, and Rocco can just go get him. Because even if we pull out every single trick we have in the book, the tricks are not that many. The tricks leave me very, very worried. I love not having lands. I love not having lands. Okay, so let's mulligan realistically from here. Let's pretend this is our first hand. We basically have to free mull because we do not have a path to put stuff face down. Have to go down to 6 because we don't have a path to put stuff face down. Go down to 5 because we don't have a path to put stuff face down and we don't have good stuff to keep. Oh, no, Hauntwoods will put it down. Okay, no, we'll keep 5 here. We get rid of these 2. Land. Land. There we go. So I will swing my naked 3/3 turn 4. Trail of Mystery gets us a benefit when we turn something face up. I don't think it turns anything face down. We get to Manifest Dread. Ooh, spooky. We play Evo Leap. We swing our naked 3/3. Ooh, spooky. What could I have, Yugi boy? All right, at long last, we hit Yaris. Now we can swing these guys. We hope to God they don't block. We swing him too. All right, so turn 6, if nothing bad has happened to us, we now have our first scary thing face down. We are still putting a thing with an attack trigger face down, which hurts me spiritually. We could not have dealt with a single other problem on the board. We could not have responded to a single bad thing that happened to us. This is the type of like run out breakdown that I really want to avoid, and why I'm recommending we do Rocco's Secret Commander. Because then we can have so much more stuff that's just like a tutor chain of A to B to C to how do I always make sure that I have Scroll of Fate, and then how do I make sure that I get Yaris out after that? And then we're happy. We're there. We're so chilling. Because I love what you're doing when you can make it work. I just don't have faith you can make it work. Or make it work with the reliability. My only question is, if I go to Rocco, what do I do when Yaris dies? Probably Cope and Seethe. I think what I would do when Rocco dies is have Kaust as extra secret backup commander. The other thing you can do is white actually has a lot more reanimates than you think. Not any of this shit. That's angels or humans. You could go for things like brought back or continue if you want to do reanimation stuff, but there's some old like 4 mana just straight bring a guy back to life. There you go. Late to dinner. One last job. Invoke justice. Emerge from the cocoon. Like, it's still gonna be hard. Now, that said, the deck should not be threatening enough that people are just freaking the fuck out. Like, we are putting together a goofy bracket 2 deck. Should I add in a few protection spells like Tamiya's then to make sure that Yaris sticks around too? Probably not. We're probably gonna run out of deck at that point. Because you're gonna need to have the tutor pile. You're gonna need to have the big stuff you want to put face down. You're gonna need to have ramp for Rocco so that you can get to enough mana to tutor for Yaris. I think you should either go like you should pick if you want to lean towards protection or lean towards recursion and have like 10 of those and have 5 of the other. So if you want to do more protection, have 10 things that are instant speed, no he doesn't die. If you want to do recursion, have 10 things that are like actually they're back on the board now. Personally, I would lean recursion because the other thing that could happen is if you have manifested stuff and then go to play Yaris, then they will blow it up. And then you can go, oh, well. Or they'll like board wipe you. Like Yaris will die and then they'll board wipe you. And then you go, oh, we'll continue. So I would pick whether you want to bring them back or prevent them from dying. If he gets exiled, though, it's game over. No? You play them. Like it becomes game over on the very specific bit. That is also a politicking thing. Like if people are burning single target exile on Yaris, you have either already succeeded and it's okay that they're removing your commander, or they're throwing. And you can have a conversation with them about like, why do you believe Yaris is the scariest thing on this board? And if they go, well, I don't want you to be able to flip your stuff over, you can just show them Koust and be like, I can still do it. Are you still worried? Are you still worried that I'm going to be able to flip stuff over? And do you really think exiling Yaris is going to solve it? Because effectively, all of this stuff applies to the current deck we have. Like the truth you have to accept is the speed that this version of the deck is going at. If you cast Yaris for 4 and then they exile him, your game's over. The amount of mana and cards we already have to commit to this harebrained strategy is so much that if they get Yaris like twice, just give up, bro. Head to Wendy's. That's life. Sometimes they fucking get you. Versus Naya, he's not in the command zone, so it feels more tense, but we still get to have a little bit of a backup plan. So this time, we get to get Scroll of Fate. Turn 2, we get to play that. Turn 3, we get to play that. Turn 4, get to play that. Turn 5, play our commander. Oh, do you want to try? Oh, do you want to try? Hopefully I draw 2. Well, we get fucked. I think that's the other thing I don't like about the Manifest Dread plan is we only have like 9 hits. Not even. We have like we have 37 creatures, 15 zip bombs. So we have 15 things throughout the entire deck that we can maybe hit, and because Manifest Dread is only checking the top 2, it just feels like if we ever go for a Manifest Dread and miss, like, oh my god. Oh my god, just put me in the body bag, dude. So personally, I would rather do Rocco and get blown out because I did something scary By the way, the reason I'm running so many basics is because of threats behind every corner in the 2-drop. Okay, well, that's wrong, but go off. I mean, I think there's threats behind every corner, and then there's running 20 basics. If, like, how many basics do you think, this is a problem with you green players, how many basics do you think do you need, sir? Like, if you had 10 basics on the field already, would you not be happy? I think we've had at least 5 playtests today that did not work because you could not create the right red mana or the right green mana. If you get 10 mana on field, you could 11 mana. If you have 11 lands in play, you can hard cast everything in this deck. Hard casting the biggest, dumbest idiot in your deck has to be good enough. If you don't think that's good enough, you need a whole ass new deck. But we are broke bitches. There are plenty of lands that are like less than 50 cents. It is 2 colors, dog. It is 2 colors. I do not care. I am not sympathetic. Die. Fix it. Fix it. You need to be able to cast your fucking spells. This is some temporarily embarrassed millionaire shit. Running 14 basics because you have threats around every corner, or anything in your deck that lets you tutor basics. You're dreaming about the day where you're gonna have 20 fucking lands, and you're not concerned with the day where you have to skip shit on turn 2 because you can't make red mana, and that day is today, brother. Do better. Get rid of the basics, except for like 5 to 10. Okay, so I'm going to put it, I think you're on right side of the pyramid. I think you're on the way. I think it is possible to make this work. It is possible to make this work keeping Yaris as the commander. You need more stuff to find Scroll Rack and Scroll of Fate. I think it would be better if you did Rocco, Secret Commander Yaris, but it's going to take a lot of work to do that. Either way, the gimmick is hilarious. It just doesn't work reliably. Right now, it's like a guy who's working a part-time job for you, and he's calling out sick every other shift, and we got to get that up. But thank you very much for sharing it with us. I wish you the very best of luck. That is going to be it for today. I'm going to pull up the Bald Kai. We will be live again tomorrow doing what? I don't know yet, but we're going to find out together. And we're going to raid out for the day. See who's live. Decked Out is live. We're going to hit up our boy Veggie. I will see you all tomorrow. YouTube, thank you very much for being here. No raid for you all, but I will see you again tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed, and please remember to stay toxic.